All right, well, I'll just say hi anyway. I know we're in a delay, so I do apologize that. But and again, I'm shouting out everybody here in the members. I appreciate your support. It is really awesome that you guys are doing so. Again, we are in a small delay. Welcome, of course, to Dr. Delay. I am Dr. Delay, and today we have the Colorado Rockies as they take on the Pittsburgh Pirates. I thought I would have been able to get on the screen there, but not happening. Yeah, that's the... Okay, so it looks like they're not even showing up here, but I don't know. Hopefully, again, it doesn't take too long. As you can see the starters on the screen. If you guys were here for that epic game on that Friday night where the Pirates lost 16-17, Sensatella, he was the pitcher. He was the pitcher that allowed, 6 or 7 runs before he was pulled and didn't get out of the first inning. So hopefully the Pirates are able to break through and kind of have a similar performance on the batting side, by the way, not necessarily the pitching and the defense. That was just not a good series. So we'll see what happens. Again, we are going over a little bit of the Hall of Fame. They're kind of wrapping it up a little bit. They did show Jim Leland. I was able to see that. I mean, I think he's already been there, so they're kind of introducing some more players. So again, you'll just have to bear with me. I do apologize, but we're not having a game at the moment. There will be a game, but just it's a little bit of a delay. The Pirates are going to be in their yellow City Connect jerseys, which it's an okay jersey. Just not necessarily the pants. I prefer the black pants. Yellow and black, not yellow and white. Kind of looks tacky. Let's go, Bucks. Yes, Denny. Great seeing you. Good. Hey, Liberty. Always enjoying your casting. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Doctor, this TikTok dude I watch who lives in Louisiana came down to Texas to help his wife pack and move. Well, his daughter went missing Thursday, and the dude told the police he ain't giving her back. What the heck? What in the world do you come across? We went from a nice, wholesome comment from Liberty to Draven going, let us know about a crazy TikToker. That's wild. That's wild. Well, thank you, Liberty Draven. Well, thank you for the news. That is kind of wild. Again, there's just a little bit of a delay. I know you guys are like, what the heck is this guy yapping about? But we're kind of seeing the ending of the Hall of Fame here. This is Vernon Law speaking, and it's definitely been on this earth for a while. Okay, well, I can't quite really understand, to be honest. I know that's kind of rude, but I can't quite understand him. But yeah, Vernon Law speaking. I wish I was kind of paying attention. Can kind of tell you who was actually being inducted. I can tell you it's Vernon Law. Vernon Law is one of them. Pirates better win. Well, we hope so, Tom. We hope so. No guarantees, though. Hopefully you didn't put money on them to win. But if you did, well, yeah. I mean, I guess you never know. The Pirates, 54-74. Of course, their counterparts here, the Colorado Rockies, not looking too good either. But again, the Rockies did defeat the Pirates in Colorado, of course, just a few weeks ago. A few weeks ago, that was an embarrassing loss. So again, we're in a little bit of a delay. Depending on how long this takes, I'll figure out how to keep you guys somewhat entertained. I might put on me playing MLB The Show or something. I'm not too sure. Just got to keep you guys entertained. I know it's going to be a little kind of annoying just having me chat. So feel free to chat in the comment section or comment in the chat, whatever you guys like to call it. This would be the opportunity here to chat about whatever you'd like. No guarantees, but I'll happily root for them over the Rockies. There we go. Well, I appreciate that. Do the Pirates still have a shot for a playoff run? They have to win like every single game, Michael. And there's a lot of baseball left, so I don't think that'll happen. I mean, that's actually a good idea, though. I don't know if you were subconsciously telling me to go over the standings and playoff picture or whatnot. But, yeah, no, again, the Pirates, 26 games below the Brewers. So pretty much it's not happening for the division. Wild card, like I said, just not very good. 13.5 back and they have about 34 games to go. That's very unrealistic. Again, they just need a win. And honestly, 88 and 74 could get in. The Mets not playing that great. The Reds, they get hot and then they go down. They get hot and they go down. So we'll see. But no, it's just not happening. I was just letting you know, Doctor, that is kind of wild. That is kind of wild. Yes, the rest of the NL Central. Well, the wild card really just, I would say the third wild card probably might be at 86 wins, 85, 86 wins, looking at it right now. So, again, they're still inducting. I do apologize. I probably should have waited to go on the air. I'm not much of a, once things go off script, I'm pretty much just a broadcaster. Now, I could voice my opinions on things, but then that's probably where things will go downhill for me. So, definitely probably shouldn't. Shouldn't do that. I'll just keep it strictly this, and then, of course, I'll put opinions on other videos or other stuff like that. So, but yeah, again, feel free to chat down below. We're still in the Pirates Hall of Fame induction ceremony. That's not what I wanted to click. That's not what I want to look at either. There we go. But that's pretty much it. We're just kind of waiting to see what's happening. Greg Brown is on the field, so it would take him a while to get back into the broadcast booth. So I don't know if he's calling the game or not. Reggie, how's it going? What's up? What is up? I appreciate you stopping on by. Again, we're just kind of waiting. We're in a little bit of a delay, and I wish I could tell you how long this was going to take. I might just have to put up MLB The Show. You guys might have to. This game is Dr. Delayed. That's actually very clever. That's one of the best things you've ever said in this chat, RFK. I know that might seem antagonistic, but you've antagonized me, sir. Tell you what, I did find this. I was watching Jaguar Gator earlier, and I was looking at this. This is a little site here that kind of simulates what if these teams played. So, I did the 2024 Steelers and the 2007 Giants, and the 2024 Steelers actually beat the 2007 Super Bowl champion Giants, but then I had them play against the Patriots, and then they got blown out. So if you guys have your back, well, thank you. Every game, well, I don't know about that one. How much money for you to try the peanut butter and ketchup sandwich? That's not happening. I appreciate the fact that you're willing to donate to the channel, donate to me, but I'm not exactly going to be a slave to the dollar. If we want MLB The Show, not happening. Go base JG9 to choose a lot. Well, I'm not doing that. Since again we're kind of waiting to see what happens here, with all this Hall of Fame. If you guys want to recommend teams, then I can kind of put them in here. This is very interesting. This is very interesting. A really cool website. I plan on trying this and playing with this a lot. So I'm going to go the 2020 Steelers. They'll be the away team. And we'll go, let's see, 2020. Let's do last year's Steelers team. Who would win? I think the 2020 Steelers would win, but, I guess you never know. Got to wait here. Let's see, Heinz Field. Where are we at there? Let's go 60 degrees. I don't know if that would really matter. Oh, yeah, the 2020 Steelers would crush the 2024 Steelers. Look at that. 24-8. It's 24-0 before Pickens scores against, with Wilson. Look at that. Yeah, I'm telling you. These Steelers teams, again, we ripped the 2020 Steelers, but they honestly weren't a bad team until the injuries. Peyton Manning, Super Bowl Colts versus his Broncos. That's a good one right there. So that'd be the 06 Broncos. Who's the home team? I guess let's do the 06 Colts as the home team because the 2015 Broncos had a good defense. We want to try to help him out there. Again, if you're wondering what's happening, everyone, they're doing a little on-field Hall of Fame ceremony for some of these players, older players. Let's see here. What did I say? Yeah, Denver Broncos, 2015. So there you go. Peyton Manning. Look at those players. So iconic. Why is this game delayed? They're doing a Hall of Fame ceremony. How's it going? I know it's probably annoying for some of you guys. You guys are like, what the heck is going on? Let's see here. Was it? I think it was the RCA Dome. They don't have the RCA Dome, so we'll have to just find the other one. We'll just have to find where's Indianapolis. So it'd be, I guess it's Lucas Oil. Yeah, they don't have the RCA Dome. That's kind of annoying, but oh well. We'll just have to. Let's see, Lincoln, Lucas Oil. It doesn't matter. Who wins? I think. Wow. It's not what I expected. The 2006 Colts defeat the 2015 Broncos 13-26. Tying at 3 at the end of the first quarter, but then you kind of start seeing, Vinatieri, of course, with 2 field goals, but then a 3-yard touchdown pass from Peyton Manning to Reggie Wayne, making it 16-3 at halftime. In the third quarter, not much happened other than the fact that Reggie Wayne, again, another touchdown pass from Peyton Manning, making it 23-3. McNanus field goal really didn't do much as Vinatieri canceled it out. And then a little garbage time touchdown with no time on the clock from Peyton Manning. I guess it was a Hail Mary to Demaryius Thomas. Look at that. That's pretty cool. That is so neat. 16 Browns versus the Dolphins. Okay, I don't know about that one. You know what? I mean, we can do that one after. Okay, looks like they're ending that. So, again, it's going to be probably a few more minutes before we get on to the field. So I know that's what you guys are tuning in for. I'm going to do the 08 Lions, and then we'll do the 0-16 Browns here. All right, so the Lions, Detroit Lions. Wait, we should probably give the Packers the away. That way it'll kind of help them out a little bit. So let's do that. Hopefully it goes back that far. Yeah, it does. Okay, look at that. 67 Packers. And you said the 08 Detroit Lions. Rivalry game, though, from a different era. All right, look at that. You're going to see some legends here on the left and right side. Dan Orlovsky, yeah, that's right. I guess it's still Ford Field. It was still Ford Field back then, right? Ford Field. What do we got? Oh, man. I don't know. I feel like it honestly would be a little bit closer, to be honest with you, just because the players are now so physically huge. 35-12, 21-6 lead at halftime, and then it was 28-9. And then, again, it just not really a good game there. 35-12, blowout. Yeah, it's a ceremony. Yeah, no, it's not a rain delay. It's just a Hall of Fame ceremony. They are in commercial break, so, again, hopefully that means we're inching closer and closer. I know you guys didn't come here for some NFL what-if scenarios. All right, we're going to go ahead and do the 72 Dolphins, the Miami Dolphins here. 72. They're going to travel. What was that, 2017? Was that 2017? I think it was the Deshaun Kaiser year, right? Let's see. Okay, yep, this is it. Wow, okay. Let's go. You know what? We're actually going to help out Cleveland here. Let's go ahead and make it. Let's make it 15 degrees. And you know what? We're going to help them out. We're going to give them a little bit, let's say it's December. Miami can't travel in the cold, Let's go here. You know what? Not too shabby. Cleveland kind of playing tight there. 7-3 at halftime. Paul Warfield, 15-yard pass from Ed Morale. Garo Yepremian, yeah, look at that. Zane Gonzalez with a 33-yard attempt, and then again, just field goals. Now, I'm just curious now, what would have happened if we ended up just doing a regular game? Okay, it's still kind of close, 26-17. Look at that, 13-0 in the first quarter, and everyone's thinking, oh my gosh, it's going to be a blowout. But you know what? At halftime, the Browns interception. Look at that, 13-7. Zane Gonzalez a kick, set the valve, pass from 4-yard pass from Deshaun Kaiser. Look at that, it's a close game. But then the Dolphins in the end, 1-yard touchdown run by Mercury Morris with 3:27 to go. Oh, man, that would have been what a game that would have been. What a game that would have been. Dolphins do stay undefeated, but it was a close one. That was a good one. Good ones, guys. You guys have you need 3 earned runs from Sensatel. Okay. All right. Well, that may happen. He really struggled against the Pirates last time out. 2012 Cowboys and the 2024 Cowboys. Okay, we got you. Again, feel free to recommend. I mean, I don't know how much longer. I think, again, since they wrapped it up, it's probably going to be ending really soon. We'll get to the game, which is what you guys tuned in for. But again, I know you got to have that football mind, and you got to be thinking, like, you know what? What if these guys? Now, again, is this 100%? Would this actually happen? You know, probably not, but it would be interesting. Where is AT&T? Where's Dallas? I guess it's only Cowboys Stadium, so I'm not seeing AT&T. All right, well, whatever. What do we got here? Oh, my gosh. 2012 blowing out 2024, 40-10. 20-0 at halftime. Miles Austin with a couple of touchdowns before the half. And then it's 30-3. And then, of course, you're seeing Rico Dowdle. Oh, man, that was bad. Dak Prescott, 19 for 30, 217 yards and a pick. Tony Romo slinging it all over them boys, 25 for 33, 365. I guess I should have been looking at the stats too, guys. I forgot about that. That's neat. You're calling a high school football game, so good luck with the stream. Awesome, dude. Good luck. I'll actually be doing that again next Friday, and I will be sure to promote other channels that are going to be on Fridays. Yeah, so starting next Friday, pretty much 11 straight Fridays after that. I won't be able to stream in the evening. Now, if there is an early game, for baseball, like the Cubs or something, I don't know. We'll try to figure out something. But yeah, I will be busy. So good luck with that. Romo with that team, Dak would have gotten a ring. I don't know. That would have been tough. I mean, maybe they would have. I don't know. Romo in today's NFL probably would do very well. I just don't know. Because, again, he just doesn't have the clutch factor either. Or I can probably do one more. Anyone got a recommendation? First one to type. A recommendation here. We got you. Rain delay. Yeah, no, it's just a Hall of Fame ceremony. I don't know if they're on the field yet. I'm seeing some interviews. Also, Doctor, my friend, took a quarterback first round. That's very interesting. That is not really, yeah. Anyone else? I'll just put in a team then. You know what? If you guys don't want this, I'll have fun with this little simulator here. All right, let's go. The 2005 Steelers. Actually, no, the 2008 Steelers were better. They're the away team, giving them a handicap here. And let's do the Philadelphia Eagles 2024. Let's see how this goes. My heart's going to break if it's... Yeah, we'll keep it at 70. Philly. What was it? Lincoln Financial? Yeah, Lincoln Financial. There we go. Steelers winning 16-3 over the defense. Yeah, I mean, it was just better back then. They know it. It recognizes game. Willie Parker, 15 for 65. Saquon got shut down. Ben was 17 for 24, 204. Jalen Hurts, 9 for 15, 69. Jeez. Wow. 1989 Giants, who do they got? Okay, 89 Giants versus the 2015 Panthers, because they're still chatting on the field. So, again, I do apologize. I know you guys tuned in for a game, not necessarily this, but I'm entertained, personally. Giants, New York Giants. What do we got here? I really hope they let me know what time this game's going to resume, because right now they're saying whenever they come back they're going to be talking about something that's not the game. So I don't know. I do apologize, guys. I wish I would have just started the stream a little bit earlier or later. 15. All right, let's see what we got here. We got Cam Newton, the 89 Giants with Phil Simms, Otis Anderson. Of course, we are playing this in Carolina. Oh, I don't even remember what is their stadium called? I have no idea. Let's just find a North Carolina one. Once I see it, I'll probably recognize it. North Carolina. Okay, I would not have guessed Ericsson Stadium. Let's see. Ooh, the 2015 Panthers over the 89 Giants. It was a tie game at halftime, 6-6, just a bunch of field goals. And then another field goal, giving the Panthers the lead. And they never relinquished that. Stewart with a 25-yard run. And then, of course, another field goal by the Giants. But Cam Newton sealing the deal in the fourth quarter with a 13-yard touchdown run to give the Panthers the win 23-9. So Lawrence Taylor was not enough. Not enough. Anyone else? Again, I do apologize. I know you guys are probably annoyed. Be nice again if they would provide an update. You know what? Let me look on Twitter here. That usually saves me. That usually gives me a time. I don't know. Sometimes they don't. Making it official. Yeah, well, they're not giving me nothing. Pirates, Rockies. I'm sorry, guys. I know you guys are annoyed by this. I would be too. Latest. Does anyone have it? No, nothing knows. Really? So it could be up to 30 minutes. Really? Oh, that's annoying. Okay, well, shoot. I don't know. What do you guys want me to do? Do you guys want me to just chill here and chat with you guys? Or do you want me to play like a baseball game on my, I don't know. I probably shouldn't do that because then I wouldn't have access to the game because it's right on the same screen. I don't know. I'll take more suggestions, though. Tell you what, Nationals just hit a 3-run homer in the first. They're playing the Phillies, right? Yeah, they're already up 3-0 on the Phillies. They're showing Bubba Chandler. Again, he's the guy that was just promoted. All right, let's go to another one. What do you guys have any more recommendations? What do you guys think? Let's put the Patriots, the 2007 Patriots. Who do you guys think? Who should we put them against? Who should we go? Let's go with the let's put them against the 72 Dolphins. Let's put the Battle of Undefeateds. Of course, I hate the fact that I have to. I know it's Hard Rock now, but I don't know if it has the old ones. I guess it would be Joe Robbie Stadium, maybe? I don't know. I'm not too sure. Oh, my gosh. The 07 Patriots all over the 72 Dolphins. Oh, man. Pretty close. In fact, at halftime, the Dolphins were up 14-12, but the Patriots started pulling away. Sammy Morris with a 1-yard run. Randy Moss with a 15-yard touchdown pass, and then a fumble. There we go. There's the Brady luck right there. The defense bailing out Brady. Not really. Again, it's already a blowout. 36-14. Oh, man. 68 Colts and the 86 Broncos. Okay. Let's go ahead and put the 86 Broncos over here because I feel like they're going to be. If I can kind of read this, I feel like it's valuing current teams a little bit more. Try to balance it out. So 86 and then the 68. You said 68 Colts. Oh, I guess it's Baltimore Colts. Okay. Baltimore. That's interesting. That's cool. All right, set home. You said 68, right? Making sure. Okay. Let's see. Make sure it's. I guess it's in. I don't know what the stadium would be. This is so dumb. Or I have to actually look for that. If it's not Baltimore Stadium. Was it Baltimore? I don't even know. Probably not. It has the 86 Broncos defeating the 68 Colts 10-3 at halftime. 58-yard. Only two offensive touchdowns. But it didn't show up until the fourth quarter there. Okay, look at that. John Elway. Not a good day at the office for John Elway. 11 for 22, 178, a touchdown, and 2 picks. That is tough running the ball. The Broncos, man, they just couldn't do nothing offensively. Look at that, 9 for 28, 17 for 24. But really just that one big play opened it up for the team here. Total offense. Why is that in my face? Get out of my face. Jeez, really the Baltimore Colts kind of had more possession. I feel like they would have won the game, but just that one mistake. 2024 Longhorns, 2024 Nittany Lions. I mean, I feel like the Longhorns would have crushed them, honestly. I'm giving Penn State because you did put Longhorns first, so I'm giving Penn State the home. Well, I guess I can make it a neutral. Now, let's put Penn State at home. Let's see. All right. At home. Ooh, it has the Nittany Lions. You can't see it. 38-31. But that's probably because they were the home team. Though I still feel like Texas probably would have went in there and won. Let's do neutral. Wow, never mind. It has the Nittany Lions winning again. Look at that. So maybe I'm overvaluing Texas and undervaluing Penn State. Huh. All right, then. This is such a cool thing. It's, by the way, if you guys are wondering, it's whatifsports.com. Redo Super Bowl III. Super Bowl III was the Jets and Colts. That would be pretty good, actually. That's not what I wanted. Oh. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. Apparently we are playing now, so we'll get to that a little bit later. As here is the 0-1. That's going to be hit up the middle to second. Throwing to first for out number 1. We were in commercial break, and then all of a sudden, it takes me to the 0-1 pitch. All right, we are good. We are good. We are live in Pittsburgh. Again, we had about a 25-minute delay on Dr. Delay, but now we're back in the game. They're showing Braxton Ashcraft, and I'll get to all the statistics and all that. As here is the pitch. Breaking ball, that is upstairs for ball 1. Let's go. Rise on up. Yes, we're trying. Doctor, you know TJ Yates? I do know TJ Yates, not personally. Here's the 1-0. That's going to be hit, and that's going to go foul. Super Bowl III was cheated? Possibly. 1-1 count here. This is Mickey Moniak. I forgot to. I'm so out of it because, again, I just rushed me into the game all of a sudden. Here's the pitch. That's a swing and a miss. A swing and a miss. So 1-2 count. Mickey Moniak at the plate. We're gonna settle in here. Batting .259, OPS of .799, 18 homers and 49 RBIs. As here is the 1-2. That's going to be chopped foul. All right, Pittsburgh and Colorado. This is what you tuned in for, not a ceremony, not me looking up random teams on the internet and seeing who'd win. No, Colorado and Pittsburgh. 1-2 count. Ashcraft kicks and deals. That's going to be popped up, and that is out of play. Of course, again, I'll make sure to, during the commercial break, go over all the starting lineups and all that, because, again, I was just rushed into it. They weren't telling me when they were going to play. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. All right, with 2 away, that'll bring up Ezekiel Tovar. Moniak the Maniac. Yeah, no, he's actually had some power this year. That'll bring up again Tovar batting .272, OPS of .755, 7 homers and 22 RBIs. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. That is strike 1, breaking ball outside the zone. Tovar with an OPS that would actually rank number 1 on the Pirates if he were playing all the time. 1-1 count. Here is the pitch. That's going to be hit, and that's going to be hit foul. 0-2 count. As Andrew McCutcheon was giving Clint Hurdle a hug. I guess Hurdle's with the Rockies. That's pretty cool. He's a hitting coach with the Rockies. Oh, wow. 0-2, here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Ashcraft looking good here in the first. As we head to the bottom of the first, the score is 0-0 in Pittsburgh. Again, my apologies. Did not know about it coming back. It just kind of, the game just kind of put itself on. Starting lineups, Pirates have Horwitz leading off, Gonzalez, Reynolds, Pham, McCutchen, Sawinski, Triolo, Davis, Kiner, Falefa. Again, the pitcher, as you just heard, was Braxton Ashcraft. As of now, a 3-2 record. An ERA currently, I believe it's a 2.95, but to begin the game, it was a 3.02. In his last 7 appearances, a 3.5 ERA. So, again, he's getting more starts as of late, so we'll pull for him, of course. For the Rockies, we have Freeman, Moniak, Tovar, Beck, Karros, Fulford, Fernandez, Arcia, Ritter. And then, of course, the starting pitcher, which you'll see in a few moments, is Antonio Sensatella, 4-14, 7.00 whip of a 1.87. It's not been pretty. It has not been pretty. Though you can, if you're a Rockies fan tuning in, you can take some comfort in knowing that his last start went 5 innings in facing the Diamondbacks. Can't speak, and didn't allow a run. Of course, the start prior to that was against the Pirates, where he allowed 8 runs. I thought it was 7, and then it just under an inning. So we'll see what happens. Again, Spencer Horwitz coming to the plate. He's batting .257, OPS of .701, 5 homers and 34 RBIs on the season. Again, Sensatella, just a year to forget, really. Just not a good year at all. 4-14. Again, that's, whatever. But the 7 ERA is a killer. As here's the pitch. That'll be in there. 93 for a called strike. 0-1 count. Sensatella sets. Rocks and fires. And that'll be outside for ball 1. 1-1 is the count to Horwitz. Sensatella sets. Kicks and deals. That's going to be hits, and that is going foul. The Pirates, again, they are wearing their yellow jerseys. You may have seen on the screen it looked like it was black pants, but that is not the case, despite that being the better combination. Yellow over white, just not... I don't really think that is the play. Rockies, of course, in their grays. 1-2, here's the pitch. That's going to be hit to the right, and that is just foul. And the girl over there, the ball girl, had some trouble with it. Could not secure the catch. Count is 1-2 to Horwitz. Sensatella. Wheels and deals. That'll be hit also foul. Good evening, Dr. DeLay. A thumbs up from a Mets fan at Pure Adrenaline Sports. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, bud. I appreciate the support. I really do, guys. You guys have been great. Again, Pure Adrenaline, check them out. Rising Rhino, check them out. They've been so supportive of the channel, as that's a check swing outside ball 2. If you're a sports fan, definitely check out those two channels. 2-2 here, Sensatella sets, rocks and fires. Called strike 3 at the knees. Horwitz just couldn't lift the bat off his shoulders. Just couldn't do it. That'll bring up Nick Gonzalez. He's batting .281, OPS of .715, 5 homers and 19 RBIs. Sensatella will come to a set. Kicks and deals. That'll be hit right, and that is going foul. Nice to see someone on the Pirates with a batting average above 280. That is, I feel like, a rarity nowadays. Hopefully Gonzalez can keep it that way. As here is the 0-1. That'll be hit, and that's going to get past the shortstop. In fact, it went off his glove a little bit. May have been able to field it, but just couldn't get there. And Gonzalez, that's a hit, an infield hit. All right, that'll bring up Brian Reynolds. He's batting .245, OPS of .706, 13 homers and 62 RBIs on the season. Again, his OPS has been climbing, and that's always great to see. Would be, again, I've been saying it for a few weeks, if he can finish with an OPS over 750, that would be a really strong finish to the season. And I think we'd feel a lot better about him into next year's. That's going to be outside ball one. And there's the questions, is he kind of washed? Again, he's 30 years old. It's kind of old. Kind of. I mean, not really. I'm old, but, get a little bit worried when you start seeing older players dip a little bit, as that's going to be outside. Ooh, well, it was right on the outside corner. I'll give him that. 1-1 is the count. 87 on the radar gun. Sensatella sets and delivers. That'll be in the dirt, ball two. 90 on the radar gun. Again, 2-1 is the count. Runner on first here in the bottom of the first. One out. Nobody has scored. Here's the 2-1. Ground ball to second. He's just going to have to throw it to first, as he was moving to his left, and Gonzalez, Speedy Gonzalez over there, pretty much already at second. That'll bring up the Antonio Brown of Major League Baseball, Tommy Pham. Tommy Pham is batting .263, OPS of .708, 6 homers, and 36 RBIs on the season. Sensatella sets. Looks back at second. Rocks and fires. Oh, and it hits him in the elbow. So first pitch, high and in. Pham's just going to go ahead and jog to first, though. Ooh, and there's no elbow guard there either. That's just a... That is... Yeah. That'll bring up Andrew McCutchen, batting .238, OPS of .693, or .696, pardon me. I was looking at the career one. 11 homers and 41 RBIs. Draven loves the comment. Again, runners on first and second, 2 outs. Andrew McCutchen at the plate. Sensatella sets and fires. That'll be outside for ball one. Again, would be good to see McCutchen's OPS also above 700, though 750 would be pretty good. But he's been consistently in this range the whole year. That's going to be hit to center. The center fielder running back. That is off the wall. Gonzalez is scoring. Reynolds is being called home. He's going to score, and Pham is also going to score. Oh, pardon me, Reynolds. I'm an idiot. That was Pham. I'm butchering the calls here because, again, I didn't get to my bad, guys. It's 2-0. Reynolds was out earlier. I am lost. I just need to settle down. That's what I need to do. I hope you guys forgive me. If you leave, I don't blame you. All right, it's 2-0. 2-0. I'm butchering calls here, forgetting who is who. As that'll bring up Jack Sawinski. He's batting .132, OPS of .532, 3 homers and 7 RBIs. All right, we're good. Here is the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike one, 94 right down the middle. 2-0 in Pittsburgh. McCutchen with a huge 2-out, 2 RBI double, and he's chilling at second. Sensatella delivers. That'll be upstairs, as the count will even 1-1. CT already hitting the doctor. I know, it's tough. Denny, I know it's huge. What's not huge is the call here. I'm butchering it. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be in the dirt, ball two. I said his name. I said Antonio Brown's name, and he is He's impacted me, unfortunately. McCutchen actually moving to number 176 on the all-time hit list. Here's the 2-1. That'll be upstairs, ball 3. Yeah, I know, Denny. I messed it up so bad. Messed up that call. 3-1. Jeez, Sensatella, rock sets, wheels and deals. That'll be upstairs for ball 4. And that will bring up Jared Triolo. Triolo's batting 193, OPS of 581, 3 homers and 13 RBIs. And we did need a viewer earlier to have Sensatella, I believe, allow 3 runs, if I recall. Let me go ahead and cheat here and look back. Jeremiah probably left as soon as I said 3 runs had scored. So, yeah, I don't blame him if he did. It's 2 runs, unfortunately. But, again, the Pirates looking pretty good. They kind of have Sensatella's number. Again, he allowed 8 runs to the Pirates at the beginning of the month. So you could say that the Pirates have his number. But then again, everyone has his number. Antonio Brown could run on the field at any moment. You truly never know with him. That is true. I could see him rounding the bases, too. Instead of trying to get it away, he just wants to cross home plate. Jeremiah just needs 1 more earned run. Hopefully they don't yank him. Again, Triolo is coming to the plate. The mound visit is about to be over, as it is. Triolo stepping back into the box. Again, runners on first and second with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Pirates up 2-0. Here's the pitch. That is outside, but it's called a strike. Triolo, again, not with the best numbers, but believe it or not, those numbers have actually risen a little bit. As here is the 0-1. That'll be outside for ball 1. I'm going to show you guys, again, his last 7 games, and even got past that last 15. The last 7 batting .318 and an OPS of .853. So, again, he's been coming alive here in August. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2, breaking ball in the dirt. So the count is 1-2. As Sensatella sets and fires. Ground ball to second. Oh, and he mismanages it, and he's not going to be able to make a clean play. The second baseman kind of stumbled as soon as he had it, and then the ball kind of fumbled away, so it's bases loaded. Oh, that is huge, especially for Jeremiah, but also the Pirates and Pirates fans. We need Triolo's Gold Glove to come with a Silver Slugger. Yes, we do. That will bring up Henry Davis, batting 170, OPS of 530, 5 homers and 16 RBIs. And this guy definitely needs a hit. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit to the right, and that is a foul ball. Can't believe Leave Hayes Amaze is gone. Huh. Interesting on the believe leave. 0-1 counts to Henry Davis. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit foul. So it's already 0-2 to Davis. Doctor, I have an idea, suggestion for football. If your friends are free, what if you brought them in Discord to commentate the games with you for their favorite team? Would be pretty good. I've actually kind of already thought of that as well. That is something that it's probably going to happen. Here's the 0-2. That's going to be chopped foul. The problem, though, Draven, and this is something I've, again, like, what if I'm ahead of him, or he's ahead of me, then that's the only thing. That would be a problem. No scores with bases loaded. Trisk is calling that we're going to stay at 2 here. 0-2 count. Sensatella. Wheels and deals. Swing and a miss. 96 on the gun upstairs as Davis's struggles will continue here. So the Pirates are able, of course, to get 2 on the board thanks to Andrew McCutchen, but no 3, Jeremiah. We're going to have to wait for a little bit for that one. Hopefully it does come. Again, Pirates leading 2-0 over the Rockies. Bases loaded equals kryptonite. You guys know. You know my phone is a dumb phone. Yeah. I'm sorry. Again, folks, appreciate you guys for putting up with this lousy broadcast here tonight. I've struggled. Again, I think it was just the delay, and then I wasn't mentally I got mentally prepared for the broadcast, and then, of course, the Hall of Fame ceremony. So now I'm just goofing off here on the internet, and now here I am, messing up calls left and right. Appreciate you guys, though, for sticking by me. Again, if you haven't done so already, make sure to, 1, hit the like button. Hit that like button. And 2, subscribe to the channel for more play-by-play with Dr. Lay. I promise I'm not as bad as I was just 5 minutes ago. I promise. Now, those moments do happen, but not all the time. So, yeah, no, I appreciate you guys again. Been here since opening day. And, of course, we'll be covering a lot of Pittsburgh, a lot of the Pirates, a lot of the Steelers on this channel. Of course, I do bounce around. Again, here's the evidence for that. As again, well, never mind. That's not the evidence that I was looking for. Let me back out. Again, I do bounce around. So again, if you're not just a Pittsburgh fan, I do throw in some other games, and of course, the NFL season. I'll be having Steelers and other games as well that you guys will be voting for. Trisk, yes, I actually already know about that. I did discuss things earlier with a mutual family member. Well, there's no reason to say mutual there. All right, due up here for the Rockies is going to be Beck, Karros, and Fulford as we are returning to action in Pittsburgh. Mutual, I wonder what a non-mutual family member would be. As Ashcraft kicks and deals. That'll be outside for ball 1. Jordan Beck is batting .278, OPS of .796, 14 homers, and 44 RBIs. As here's the 1-0. And that'll be outside, but it's called a strike. 1-1. Count is 1-1 to Jordan Beck. Here's the pitch, breaking ball below the zone for ball 2. Again, Clint Hurdle, they're spending a lot of camera time on him. Former Pirates manager, as most of you guys know. 2-1, here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Fastball outside, but he swung at it. 2-2. Beck asking for time. Again, not too bad numbers. Numbers we would like to honestly see in Pittsburgh, but oh well, here is the 2-2. That's going to be hit to third. IKF throws to first for out number 1. Nice play over there by IKF. Not a bad fielder himself. That'll bring up Kyle Karros. He's batting .270, OPS of .818, 1 homer and 5 RBIs as he just made his debut earlier this month. Here is the pitch. That's going to be hit to right, and that's going foul. Brother of Jared Karros and the son of Eric Karros. Those of you that have played the older MLB The Show games probably recognize that name, Eric Karros. Matt Vasgersian and Eric Karros. 0-1 counts. Here is the pitch. That'll be hit foul as it's 0-2. Brewers starting 40 minutes, so I thought I'd tune into the doctor beforehand. Well, I'm glad you didn't tune in earlier because it was a mess in here. I was all over the place. I was everywhere but the game. 0-2 counts. Ashcraft kicks and deals. Ground ball to third. Oh, what a play by IKF. Throws to first. Gets him by a step. What a play by Kiner Falefa. Oh, my goodness. Again, looking like Cabrian Hayes over there. Maybe Cabrian Hayes was a system third baseman. I don't know, but that was an amazing play. So that'll bring up Braxton Fulford. He's batting .232, OPS of .615, 1 homer and 14 RBIs. That is in there for a called strike. 0-1 counts to Braxton Fulford. Ashcraft rocks and fires. And that'll be low for ball 1. Why are soccer scores on your ticker? Well, because soccer. I like soccer. 1-1 counts. Here is the pitch. Chopper, foul. Plus, other people might also like it. But, if they don't, then I'll take it off. Doctor, how do you feel about Danny Dimes and the Colts? I don't feel too high on him at all. 1-2. Ashcraft delivers. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Ashcraft looking pretty good tonight. Already with 3 strikeouts as we head to the bottom of the second. Your score is 2-0. You don't see NFL scores? Look at right now. You just literally saw it. Just wait, RFK. 47 touchdowns, 6 picks. Okay. That's funny. Are we talking about Aaron Rodgers when he was with the Packers or what? Because definitely not Danny Dimes with the Colts. Definitely not. All right, let's see what's happening. Again, the Nationals, they are up 3-0 over the Phillies in the bottom of the second, and that is it. Nothing else happening. Well, actually, no, never mind. The Blue Jays are up 3-0 on the Marlins in the bottom of the first. That is pretty much it. We'll come back to this more later as the night progresses. Again, there was a delay earlier. That's why we're only in the second inning. This game was scheduled for 6:40 Eastern time. It's currently 7:30, and we're only in the second. And again, there was a little bit of a Hall of Fame ceremony for the Pirates. Super Bowl champion, I tried, Raven. I try. But again, feel free to chat down below. Talk about whatever you like. I do have a poll up. Who wins this epic series? The Rockies won the series in Colorado, or the Pirates? We're the Pirates. And 54% of you guys think the Pirates. Honestly, I was expecting more of a 70-30, like a 2, a little bit more than a 2 out of 2 every, 2-1 split. I cannot speak. I can't speak tonight. But, man, I don't know if the Pirates fans are just that pessimistic or the Rockies fans have invaded the chat. I don't know. Hey, that's perfectly fine. Feel free to chat down below. I won't promise Broncos games, but again, you guys can vote in your Broncos for the NFL. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa is going to be batting .262, OPS of .628, 1 homer and 34 RBIs on the season. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit to right, and that is down the right field line. That is fair, and that should be an easy 2 bases for Kiner-Falefa as the right fielder just now hops on it. And look at that, a leadoff double. And I know Jeremiah's not necessarily a Pirates fan, but he definitely needs Sensatella to allow another run. RFK going to go watch the Eagles. Why are you talking in third person? That'll bring up again Spencer Horwitz is batting .256, OPS of .698, 5 homers and 34 RBIs. 2011 Rodgers was nasty. He was. Lost first round, too. Here is the pitch. That'll be upstairs for ball 1. What do you think of the Brewers? I think they're very good. I think the Brewers have a great shot. But again, the problem with the Brewers is not really the Brewers, as here is the 1-0 from Sensatella. Kicks and deals. That'll be low. For ball 2. The problem is I feel like the NL just has a lot of solid teams. The NL Central has the Brewers, Cubs, NL West with the Padres and Dodgers. As here's the 2-0. That's going to be hit to left center. That's going to get down for a base hit, and I believe that's going to be 3 runs as Kiner-Falefa is in to score. Horwitz is at second. The Pirates are up 3-0 here in the bottom of the second inning. And then, of course, the Phillies in the NL East. So it's tough. I think, again, whoever wins the NL is going to win the World Series. Let's go Bucks. Yes. Pirates are up. You need Domino's. I actually just had Pizza Hut earlier. I do prefer Domino's, though, but Pizza Hut is much closer. Nick Gonzalez going to be batting. He is batting .283 OPS of 720, 5 homers and 19 RBIs. He's 1 for 1 on the day. As here is the pitch. That'll be inside for ball 1. Let's go. There we go. That's what I'm pulling for. Yeah, I pull for you guys because, again, the FanDuel and all them, they win more than we win. So I pull for the common man. Here's the 1-0. That's a swing and a miss. Strike 1. One on one count again. Horwitz at second. Nobody out. Pirates already with a run here. They're up 3-0. Up a field goal. Here's the 1-1. That'll be hit to right. The right fielder is jogging over, making the catch for out number 1. Horwitz is booking it. Throw is actually very competitive, but not in time. So Horwitz is on at third. Again, a nice throw from the right fielder. He's Yanquiel Fernandez. He has an arm. That'll bring up Brian Reynolds. Reynolds is batting .245, OPS of 704, 13 homers and 62 RBIs. He's 0 for 1 on the day. Not ever seen someone beat defender all time for each. Reggie White was on the list. Wow. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in the dirt, ball 1. Dawkins was really good too. I don't know. I feel like people they say he was better than Troy, and that's what kind of bothers me. He was not, but it is what it is. But yeah, no, he should be on the list too, at least in the conversation, or at least for the list. That's a swing and a miss. 1-1. Let's go Buccos. Yes, again, the Pirates up 3-0 here in the bottom of the second. And Reynolds at the plate. He is 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit to the left, and that is a foul ball. Showing a little compilation here of Vernon Law. He was just inducted to the Pirates Hall of Fame. And a 1-2 count here to Reynolds. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 96 upstairs. He struck him out. That'll bring up Tommy Pham. He was hit by a pitch earlier. He's batting .263, OPS of 710, 6 homers and 36 RBIs. Best defender per team. Oh, okay. Here is the pitch. That'll be in there for a called strike. But Reggie White should have been for the Eagles. Who do they put for the Eagles? Or the Packers? 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. That'll be low for ball 1. Gotta get your pull tested. You got low pH. That is tough. You gotta get some more chlorine in there. Or I guess I think people do salt as well. I think that's more of a natural way. Salt and water. 1-1 count to Pham. Runner on third. Here's the pitch. That'll be in the dirt. Ball 2. Today I had the chance to watch the game, but I appreciate you doing games when I'm not able to watch. So I'm here. Appreciate what you do. Thank you, Jonathan. I do appreciate you guys tuning in as well. Again, I struggled earlier, so please, I'm thankful you tuned in here in the second inning. As here's the 2-1. That'll be hit right, and that was a foul ball. Again, I was lost earlier. It was like, I don't know what's going on. The delay really messed with Dr. Delay. You saw the scuffle from the other day with Pham. Yeah, very unfortunate. 2-2. Here's the pitch. Check this swing. That is upstairs, ball 3. Though, again, I do prefer, honestly, when teams kind of it gets very intense and teams are kind of clearing the benches. I prefer that. I like the intensity. I like the fighting, honestly. Count is 3-2 to Tommy Pham. Here's the pitch. That is upstairs for ball 4. And Pham walks. That'll bring up Andrew McCutchen. He had a huge hit earlier, a 2-out, 2 RBI double, which gave the Pirates the lead. He's batting .240, OPS of 702, 11 homers and 43 RBIs. They did Woodson for the Packers. Charles Woodson over Reggie White. Well, then White should have been with the Eagles then. I find that, though, no. Here is the pitch. That's going to be low for ball one. Again, Reggie White. I don't know. I don't see how he's below Charles Woodson, who was also really good. Pirates always seem to have 2 outs when I tune in. Yeah, they get all their outs before you get here. Here's the 1-0. That'll be in the dirt for ball 2. Playoff hockey is for fighting. Fair enough. Again, I'm not much of a hockey guy. But we'll be calling at least one game. That's thanks to Draven, who's in the chat. So you can thank Draven, because I will be doing one game because of him. And if I do have success with it, we'll keep going. Here's the 2-0. Ground ball, and that is a foul ball. Of course, it will feature the Penguins. I do want to say that. I don't know the other team. I've been told Red Wings. I've been told the Maple Leafs. But again, it's really going to be after the football season. 2-1 count. Sensatella kicks and deals. That'll be hit to right center. It's given a good ride. It is going to be off the wall, and the center fielder had trouble with it. The right fielder has to come in, and I believe that's going to be another 2-run, 2-out, 2 RBI double for Andrew McCutchen. And it's a 5-0 lead for the Pirates. Andrew McCutchen having a great night already. 2 for 2 with 2 doubles and 4 RBIs. Fletcher Cox over Reggie White. No way. That is horrible. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Linebacker for the Eagles. I can't think of one. Jeremiah Trotter. I don't know if he was that good, though. I don't think so. Sawinski again walked earlier. He's batting 132. Here is the pitch. Breaking ball just outside. OPS again at 537. 3 homers and 7 RBIs. Playoff hockey is where it is. Being from Charlotte, North Carolina, we didn't have much hockey, but playoffs, we're talking about the playoffs. We're talking about the playoffs? Are you kidding me? 1-1. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Playoff hockey is the best sports. Yeah, again, I'm not big into it, but I don't know. Maybe you guys can convince me. Here's the 1-2. That's a breaking ball in the dirt, ball 2. Again, we'll see. That game will probably be again in January or February when I call it. I'll have to look at the Penguins' schedule. Count is 2-2. Runner on second. Sensatella rocks. Kicks and deals. That'll be way upstairs for ball 3. Tom Brady 12. Hey, thank you for stopping by, Tom. The Hall of Famer Tom Brady in the chat. And he has ruined my childhood, but he's in here giving me some support. I appreciate it. Steelers to Pirates. What a downgrade. Oh, my goodness. Here's the 3-2. Swing and a miss. Hey, struck him out. All right. Well, we head to the top of the third. Your score, Pirates 5, Colorado 0. Yes, Tom, again, I'm a Pittsburgh guy, so I will be covering more Pittsburgh. Despite never living in Pittsburgh, I've only been to Pittsburgh once, and it was when I was leaving Pennsylvania. Literally, that was it. But again, I love the Steelers. I love the Pirates. But again, Tom, I will be covering other things as well, but I'm going to enjoy the Pirates while they're here. They're only here for another month. You need Starbucks iced coffee. You need Domino's and Starbucks. Not too shabby. I will not comment on some of these crazy football rankings. What are you talking about? Are you talking about Draven's thing? Yeah. Because, you've already commented on everything I've done. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning on in. If you haven't done so already, make sure to hit that like button. Definitely helps out this little channel. Definitely subscribe if you haven't done so already. Lots of sports content. Of course, it's a lot of baseball right now, and of course, football's not too far from now. In fact, tomorrow I'll be covering Game one's going to do 2, but I've elected just to do the 1. I'll be doing a random college football game tomorrow. It's going to be Sam Houston, Western Kentucky. I know it's not going to probably interest some of you guys, but that one will be kind of hard to find, so that is why I'm doing it. The first one, Iowa State and Kansas State, I feel like everybody in the world's going to be watching that one and covering the game, so I'll just be buried. And plus, I can do some other things around here as well that I've kind of neglected, so yeah, definitely not in trouble or anything, right? Haha, LOL. All right. Yanquiel Fernandez is going to be due up here in the top of the third inning. He's batting .250, OPS of .585, 1 homer, and 5 RBIs. Here is the pitch. That's going to be upstairs for ball 1. One and 0 count to Fernandez. Ashcraft delivers. Breaking ball, that is outside for ball 2. Ashcraft wanted the call, but no, that one was well outside. Two no counts. Here is the pitch. Right down the middle. 91. That is in there. It's 2-1. Two and 1 counts. Ashcraft sets and fires. That is way outside for ball 3. I'm not going to lie. Facebook has some of the worst sports stuff I've ever seen. Like, Twitter is terrible, but Facebook might take the cake for some of the worst sports takes and sports rankings I've ever seen. Fernandez, by the way, did step out. That's why I'm kind of rambling about Facebook and sports. 3-1 count. Here is the pitch. That's going to be yanked to right. Has the distance, but it is foul. Wow. Again, Fernandez, 6'2", 198. He looks bigger than that, to be honest with you. Looks like he's over 200. He's a pretty big guy. 3-2 counts. Ashcraft. Wheels and deals. That is just inside. Ball 4. Ashcraft walking off like, again, he struck him out, but no, that was just inside. Ashcraft, though, with a pretty good night, has yet to allow a hit. That'll bring up Orlando Arcia. He's batting .195, OPS of .518, 3 homers and 11 RBIs. Dr. My Uncle gets in Facebook beef over football. Trisk would do the same thing. He would. Trisk still kind of does. That's going to be below the knees for ball 1. Trisk literally, I told him not to pay attention. The Facebook is like nothing but brain rot when it comes to sports. 1-0 counts. Here is the pitch. That's going to be hit to right. And that's going to be a foul ball. Just make your comment and just like turn off notifications because, you know, there's going to be just, that's it. Don't like repeat. Don't go back and forth. Just telling you, that's the way to go. That is the meta. Just comment back or whatever, and that's it. Just turn off notifications. You're good. Don't ever look at it again. Here's the 1-1. Tapper to second. Gonzalez tosses to short. There's one. And, oh, not in time. Arcia able to beat it out, though that was close. And Kelly, yeah, he's kind of checking to see. Arcia showing off the speed here. Yeah, I think he might be safe there, so I'm going to go ahead and click on. Oh, like just like half a step. Ryan Ritter. It's batting .252, OPS of .656, 1 homer and 17 RBIs. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. That's why I said used to, Trisk. I said used to. They're going over again the double play ball, or the almost double play ball. Not quite happening there. 0-1 count. Here is the pitch. That is low. 97 on the gun, so it's 1-1. Ashcraft looks over at first. Wheels and deals. Chopper, foul. Pirates will need at least 17 runs to almost guarantee a win versus the Rockies. You're not wrong. Not wrong. We can score 9 runs in an inning against the Rockies and still lose. It happened not too long ago. 1-2 counts. Ashcraft kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball below the knees. Chased it. He struck him out. That is now 4 strikeouts for Braxton. He's looking pretty good tonight. That'll bring up Tyler Freeman. He is 0 for 1. It's batting .296, OPS of .765, 2 homers and 25 RBIs. As Ashcraft sets and delivers. That'll be low for ball 1. One and 0 is the count. Ashcraft looking over, doesn't quite like what he sees, I guess. Sets. Wheels and deals. That'll be way outside. Davis with a nice defensive effort there. 2-0. Yeah, 2-0 is the count. 2 outs here in the top of the third. Runner on first. The Pirates up 5-0 on the Rockies. As Ashcraft sets and delivers. That'll be outside. 98 on the gun, so it's 3-0. To Freeman. Again, he grounded out in the first. Ashcraft kicks and deals. That's in there for a called strike. Three and 1 to Freeman. Ashcraft once again sets and delivers. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Three and 2 count. Count is full. The crowd, well, it's pretty silent. Not much people there, to be honest with you. 3 and 2. Ashcraft delivers. Ground ball to short. Triolo throws to first. Gets him by a step. Freeman was booking it for out number 3. All right, nothing doing again for the Rockies. So we head to the bottom of the third inning where the Pirates again still lead 5-0 over the Rockies. And again, feel free to definitely leave a like. Hit that like button. Definitely helps out this little channel. And definitely subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. That also helps. It is free, by the way. Don't want to say like, hey, yeah, no, you're definitely going to be paying me or YouTube. No. It is free. $0.00 to subscribe to the channel. I really hope that they change that terminology because, like, when people see subscribe, well, you don't see it on my page, but when you see subscribe, it's like, oh, I got to pay. No, there's no subscription. No, nothing. Again, I do have a poll. Who's going to win the series? Let's see here. I'm at 31 votes. 61% of you guys think the Pirates will win the series. Pirates were the Pirates. And then the Rockies, of course, who had won the previous series, 39% of you guys think the Rockies will win. Honestly, again, I thought it would be about 70%, so we're getting there. Earlier it was almost 50-50, even Stevens, but not as much anymore. That is pretty much all I have to say right now. Again, we'll get to more of these scores a little bit later, but I can tell you that the Nationals still leading over the Phillies. 3-1. The Royals leading the Tigers 3-0. Astros leading the Orioles 1-0. I guess might as well go now. The Red Sox and Yankees are playing. They are tied at 0 apiece. The Blue Jays leading the Marlins 3-1. Mets leading the Braves 2-0. Rays are over the Cardinals 1-0. And that's pretty much it. Again, zeros across the board there. And once again, tomorrow I'll be doing a college football game. So again, if you're just interested in football in general, I'll be going live, I think it's around 6 Central, so 7 o'clock Eastern Time, 5 o'clock Mountain West Time, if there's any Rockies fans here. I know it's not the most exciting game, but Sam Houston and Western Kentucky. You know what? Again, it's real football. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit to right. And that is Nice little grab there by Fernandez. I believe that's Fernandez, right? Yeah, Fernandez. Make a nice little jog, and that'll bring up Henry Davis. Struck out with the bases loaded earlier. He's batting .169, OPS of .526, 5 homers and 16 RBIs. As Fernandez, Senzatella sets. That's going to be a foul ball. Senzatella, the pitcher, again, he has struggled. He played again in that Pirates-Rockies series earlier and just had a terrible appearance. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be low for ball 1. Allowed 8 runs and didn't get out of the first inning. In this one, 5 runs, and we're starting the third. Here's the 1-1 breaking ball. That is low for ball 2. Two and 1 to Davis. Senzatella already at 60 pitches, so again, he probably won't last long. As he sets and fires. Davis hits this to left, and that one is off the wall. Davis is booking it to second, and he is safe. Davis gave it a good ride, just missed. That was a bullet. Again, I mentioned this in the last Pirates game I did just a few days ago. When was that, actually? Yeah, 2 days ago, that Davis gets solid contact. He really does. But the problem is that it usually finds a glove. But they're usually line drives, and they're just, again, just off the top of the wall. Almost. He's standing at second. Here's the pitch. That's upstairs, ball 1. Kiner Falefa. He's batting .264, OPS of .635, 1 homer and 34 RBIs. The Pirates are threatening yet again. Here is the pitch, and that'll be hit to center, but it's right at the center fielder, Moniak, who's going to throw it in to keep Davis at second. All right, that'll bring up Spencer Horwitz. Horwitz is batting .258, OPS of .707, 5 homers, and 35 RBIs on the season. As Senzatella sets, rocks, and fires. Checked his swing. Did he go? He did not. Y'all came to play. Well, we'll see. The Pirates have scored 9 runs in an inning before and lost. So this is nothing. This is nothing. Here's the 1-0. That's going to be low and that'll make it 2-0. I think this is the first time Davis has got a hit while I'm watching. That is actually crazy, Draven. Holy. Well, probably true, though. 2-0 count. Senzatella kicks and deals. That'll be outside for ball 3. I really do pull for Henry Davis, though. I mean, again, he was drafted 1. That means he has the talent. Honestly, I blame the Pirates. Here's the 3-0 taking all the way. That's in there for a cold strike. I mean, the Pirates really just can't develop, a position player. They really can't. I mean, when's the last one that they actually, drafted and then brought up to the majors that's been, pretty good? Good. Not pretty good, just good. Here's the 3-1. That's going to be popped up, and that's going to be a foul ball. Reynolds, he kind of, again, he was with the Giants. He wasn't drafted. Cruz was traded for, again, just some of these guys. Gonzalez is okay. Again, he's still not considered good. I mean, I think he has potential to be. But it just, the Pirates can't develop one. They're homegrown. Here's the 3-2. That'll be popped up, and again, that's a foul ball. Jason Kendall, 93. There we go. There we go, right there. There's your answer. I wasn't even a thing then. 3-2 count. Senzatella sets, looks back at second, kicks and deals. That'll be yanked to right. But that is a foul ball. Once again, it's a 3-2 count, 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Runner on second. The Pirates lead 5-0 over the Rockies. Pretty good. Pretty good performance here. Here's the 3-2. That'll be hit to left. And that's going to find a glove as Beck makes a sliding catch. Maybe a little bit over-exaggerated there on the slide, but it's a nice catch regardless. As the Pirates are still at 5-0, but hey, it was a good inning. Got a double at least, you know. It's always nice to get a hit in an inning, you know. 7 hits already for the Pirates. Moving my face out of the way. The Colorado Rockies again at 0, and they just have struggled in this one. But again, I won't put anything past the Rockies. I think they could easily come back and win. Once again, folks, thank you guys for tuning on in. Definitely hit that like button, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. So I do appreciate you guys for tuning in. And that's pretty much it. Again, not much really happening. Again, the Nationals up 3-1 over the Phillies. And the Royals up over the Tigers 3-1. Astros now up 4-0 over the Orioles. Blue Jays leading the Marlins 3-1. Mets over the Braves 2-0. And the Rays leading the Cardinals 1-0. I don't know what happened to the Cardinals. Looked like they were good for a little bit, but they've kind of fallen back. So they are struggling. Again, this commercial break is brought to you by Coffee Beans. Coffee Beans, thank you for being the sponsor. Buying that other tier, and I don't know why, but I had to make 2 tiers. Of course, that break, you know, you get a few shout-outs a game, commercial break. Mickey Moniak is going to be due up. He's batting .258, OPS of .796, 18 homers, and 49 RBIs on the season. What I eat for dinner? Haven't eaten yet. That's going to be in there for a called strike. I'll eat after. The 0-1 counts. Moniak in 0 for 1. What did you eat for dinner, James? Ashcraft rocks and fires. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Oh and 2 count. Ashcraft wheels and deals. That's going to be poked to right, and that's going to get down for a base hit. That one was well out of the zone, but Moniak made nice contact. And that'll bring up Ezekiel Tovar. Tovar is batting .270, OPS of .752, 7 homers, and 22 RBIs. As Ashcraft sets and fires. That's going to be inside for ball 1. And Davis is going to have a little chat with him, which is interesting. And again, was ahead of Moniak 0-2, and then, you know, had a pitch that went outside the zone. But Moniak made nice contact and then misses a little bit inside here, but so Davis again having a little chat with Ashcraft. Just got home. You jinxed the no-hitter. I guess I did. Here comes the 3-run. Hopefully not. You had Arby's. Interesting. Beef and cheddar curly fry. Okay. I'm not much of an Arby's guy, to be honest with you. You know? But I know, I mean, my dad likes it. Or at least he worked there many years ago. Because that's going to be popped up. And that's going to be a foul ball. Worked there, I guess, in high school. I can't remember. Honestly, I don't. I don't know. Arby's to me, I don't know. It just never really appealed to me. As it's a 1-1 count to Tovar. Commercials are pretty iconic, though. Here's the 1-1. That'll be outside. 96 on the gun, ball 2. Once again, it's a 2-1 count. Nobody out. One man on. He's at first. Ashcraft kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. Strike two. Breaking ball below the knees. Count is 2-2 as Ashcraft rocks, sets, wheels and deals. Swing and a miss. 92 in the dirt. Tovar just could not lay off. And that'll bring up Jordan Beck. He's batting .277, OPS of .794, 14 homers and 44 RBIs. As Ashcraft kicks and fires. That'll be in there for a call strike. Throw to second. He is out. Henry Davis just lasered it to second. Clint Hurdle's on the phone saying he's out. Yeah, no. Wow. What a throw. That was just a dart. No cheddar, giant roast beef, potato cake, and drink. $3.89 with a coupon in 1986. Wow. Here is the 1-0. That'll be chopped to third. IKF throws to first. Is he out? Or that's going to be foul ball. I'm assuming it's a foul ball. I mean, wow. That was right on the line. But again, they're showing the throw. That was just an amazing throw by Davis. Jeez, Once again, 1-1 count here to Jordan Beck. Again, Beck is 0 for 1 on the day. 2 outs in the top of the fourth. Again, Davis gunning down the would-be base runner there, heading to second. Here is the 1-1. That's going to be poked at and fouled back. 1-2. Ever since the air conditioning has went off, it's been quiet in here. I don't know if you guys can tell. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball, and that's going to be hit foul. Potato cakes are slapping. Yeah, I don't know if I've ever even heard of a potato cake. Once again, a 1-2 count. 2 outs in the top of the fourth. Ashcraft with a very nice performance. Here is the pitch. That's going to be hit. And once again, that's going foul. So 1-2. Ashcraft kicks and deals. And that'll be low for ball 2. 91 on the gun there. And only one hit. Only one hit for the Rockies. That was Mickey Moniak just earlier this inning. Other than that, again, it's been lights out. Ashcraft looking pretty good as he delivers the 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Oh, man. 6 strikeouts for Ashcraft. He has looked very good tonight as we head to the bottom of the fourth. The Pirates lead 5-0. Hey, Doc, who's got the best fries, Rallies or McDonald's? You know, I have some bad news. I've never even heard of a Rallies. I am not even going to lie. I've never heard of a Rallies. And to be honest, I can tell you the McDonald's fries used to be better, but now they're not as good. I don't think they're as good anymore. Something's changed. Something has changed. And probably for the better as far as health-wise, but as far as taste, not as good. But yes, I know I've never heard of a Rallies. Once again, folks, thank you guys for clicking on this live stream. Make sure to hit the like button. Definitely like it up, and definitely subscribe to the channel if you're a sports fan. Again, a lot of Pirates on here, and of course, there's going to be a lot of Steelers. But again, I'll be bouncing around Major League Baseball, a lot of games on the NFL that I'll be having you guys vote for that aren't Steelers games. So again, I'll be doing every Steelers game, but there'll be other games that you guys vote for that I'll do. So definitely subscribe to the channel if you're just a sports fan. Definitely do that for sure. I do have a poll up again. 64% of you guys think the Pirates will win the series. 36% say no, the Rockies will win. And of course, if the Pirates win today, then you'll be hoping that the Rockies come back and win Saturday and Sunday, which the goal, I can't do the Saturday game because I'll be doing the college football game, but Sunday, it's a Roku game, and I'm pretty sure I can get the Roku out there to work in here, but if I can't, then I'll be doing another game, just letting you know. But the goal is to do Pirates-Rockies again this Sunday. As Gonzalez is at the plate, he is 1 for 2. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to third. Third baseman has it, throws to first for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out. That's not what I want to click. That'll bring up Brian Reynolds. He's 0 for 2. Favorite high school team in the game I'm calling is up 41-0 at half. Wow. Shoot. Yeah, no, my local Kirbyville, my little high school here, they were 4-6 last year. They went 3-1 in non-district and then struggled in their district, so I don't think we'll be having a happy season. That's going to be low for ball one. There's a lot of potential, though, with the local high school team. So in the future, in a few years from now, I think they're going to be really good again. The junior high has been elite, apparently. That's going to be outside ball, too. Last year's 8th graders, they went undefeated in district. So, again, in a few years from now, I think they'll be very good. 2-0 counts. Here is the pitch. Chopper foul. Reynolds again batting .244 on the season. OPS of .703, 13 homers, and 62 RBIs. Potato patties are fire. Pirates might sweep them the way they're playing. Yeah, I hope so. Here's the 2-1. That'll be upstairs ball 3. Again, it's just embarrassing the fact that we lost to them. Or we lost a series to them. I know it was in Denver, but here's the 3-1. That's going to be in there for a called strike. As the count is 3-2. Here's the 3-2. That's going to be hit to the left, and that is going foul. Pirates do have a pitcher warming up in the bullpen, and I believe that is Bubba Chandler. That is Bubba Chandler. That's going to be upstairs, but looks like somebody asked for time. I don't know if it was the catcher. The catcher, I think, asks for time. Oh, man. It's a killer. That is a killer. Again, Pirates leading 5-0 over the Rockies. 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. And ultimately, I don't know. You'd have to pick that. So again, the Pirates leading 5-0 over the Rockies. Sensatella is still in the game. Allowed 5 runs in the first 2 innings. Didn't allow any in the last one. Here's the 3-2. That's going to be chopped foul. Count is 3-2. Sensatella sets. Rocks and fires. That'll be hit to left. And that is going to be caught for out number 2. That'll bring up Tommy Pham. He is, he's been hit by a pitch and walked. That has been his day so far. He's batting .263, OPS of .712, 6 homers and 36 RBIs. Cowboy Stew is also amazing. I don't think I've ever had that. That's going to be hit to right. Pham has given this a nice ride, and that one is off the top of the right field wall as he books it to second, and he is safe. Oh, and the ball gets away. Sensatella sliding to keep it in front of him. Oh, man. Pham almost making this a 6-0 game. Again, just hitting the very top of that right field wall. Like as high, it literally hit the pole. Oh, man, hit the top pole over there. Unbelievable. There's a guy over the railing. Glad he didn't do that, but I mean, it wouldn't have mattered, I guess. McCutchen again, 2 for 2, and he has 2 doubles and 4 RBIs on the day. As here is the pitch. That'll be outside for ball 1. McCutchen batting .242, OPS of 708, 11 homers, and 45 RBIs. Texas fans talking too much crap about OSU to the point where there's even writing on it. What interesting. I don't even know it. Here's the 1-0. And that'll be low for ball 2. If Skeens is pitching tomorrow, that'll definitely be a win. He's pitching Sunday. He's pitching the Roku game. Again, I'll try my best to get that to work. If I can't, then I'll have to call another game. As here is the 2-0. Checked his swing. That was in there, but not according to the umpire. Ball 3. And, of course, the pitcher was asking where that missed. You're raised by your grandma who was raised on the farm, and he used to eat a lot of old Texas recipes. Okay, that's pretty cool. Looks like they're going to walk McCutchen. Not even going to waste another pitch on him. Probably wise. Again, McCutchen's had a great night off Sensatella. Again, 2 doubles for him. That'll bring up Jack Sowinski. He's batting .131, OPS of 533, 3 homers, and 7 RBIs. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. As here's the pitch. That'll be inside, but it's called a strike, and that's a killer to a guy like Jack. Captain Jack trying to get back to his form of a few years ago, but just has yet to find it. That's going to be upstairs. Oh, Pham's taking third, and he is out. And Pham is asking the dugout to check. Oh, man. Kelly's like asking. Oh, no, taking a little bit of time. Oh, no, he's out. Oh, man, Pham taking third. What an interesting decision with 2 base runners. Oh, that's a bummer. I don't know why in the world we do that. With Sensatella pitching, you got to take advantage of the starter being out there. And I don't know, with how his pitch count is, I feel like Sensatella is going to be out, and he won't be out there in the 5th. Sensatella at 86 pitches. I don't know, maybe. I don't think that was not smart. Anyway, we head to the top of the 5th. The Pirates up 5-0 over the Rockies. Once again, folks, thank you guys for tuning on in. I do appreciate you guys doing it. I know it's not the most exciting game tonight as far as the teams. The teams that are, playing, combined, what would that be? That is 91 and 165. So again, not really the winningest teams here, but I do appreciate you guys for clicking on this live stream regardless. Make sure to leave a like before you go. Definitely helps out the channel, and definitely subscribe as well, as that also helps the channel out. Again, I do a lot of baseball, a lot of football on the channel. Of course, it's mostly Pittsburgh, but again, I do bounce around as well. Again, you can just check my live streams to see that for yourself. And again, this commercial break is brought to you by Coffee Beans. Coffee Beans, again, thank you very much for being a member and, of course, buying the tier that I really was kind of forced to put. But I appreciate the support, as always. And again, thank you, of course, to the other members as well, the diehards and, of course, the super chatters. A few of those have made their appearances tonight. Draven, of course, still here. Thank you again. Definitely helps. Karros is coming to the plate. Kyle Karros is batting .263. Is that going to be breaking ball inside ball 1? OPS of 799, 1 homer and 5 RBIs. Very wise, yeah. Fantastic. Yes, Denny. That was fantastic. Here's the 1-0. Ground ball, and that's going to be foul. Playing too aggressively. They're not used to being up 5. Yeah, that's a good point, James. That's a good point. I just don't understand it. I mean, if I don't know. 1-1 count. Here is the pitch. That'll be hit to left. Pham, though, is walking under it and makes the catch for out number 1. That will bring up Braxton Fulford. Batting .229, OPS of .606, 1 homer, and 14 RBIs. It's a rookie, again, making his debut this year. Checked his swing. That is inside as it's ball 1. Count is 1-0. Ashcraft kicks and deals. Ground ball. Oh, and it's off his foot. Oh, and he kicks it back to himself. Throws to first for out number 2. Was able to kick it back and pretty much landed right next to him towards the first base side. That's just unfortunate for Fulford, making good contact. But it looks like Gonzalez was playing straight up anyway. So very quickly, 2 outs. Again, Ashcraft doesn't really go too long. Maybe he comes out in the 6th. That'd be cool if he's out here for the 6th inning. That'll bring up Yankiel Fernandez as Ashcraft delivers. Breaking ball right down the middle for a called strike. He's batting .250, OPS of .594, 1 home run, and 5 RBIs. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. 0-2 count. They're talking about, Greg Brown is talking to the strategy here. Again, Ashcraft, not really a guy they let go long. I guess they're still slowly developing that, but he's dealing tonight. Here's the 0-2. That'll be hit to left. Pham is booking it near the foul line, making the catch for out number 3. Again, I don't know why you'd take this guy out. Don't take him out. Kelly, leave him in. We head to the bottom of the 5th. The Pirates leading 5-0 over the Rockies. Man, yeah, I just hope they leave him in. He's pitching well. Again, look at his stats here. I don't know if you guys can. There we go. Yeah, 5 innings pitched, only 1 hit allowed, 1 walk, and 6 strikeouts. Didn't get any strikeouts there, but it was a quick inning. So I'm just saying, Kelly, leave him in. Just leave him in until he starts. You can see that he gets tired. I don't know. That's how it should be. Once again, folks, thank you guys so much for stopping on by tonight. Again, I know it's not the most exciting teams. Make sure to leave a like. Hit that like button and definitely subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And all you're going to get is more play-by-play with Dr. DeLay. And I cover baseball and football, mostly the Pirates and Steelers. But again, other teams will be featured on this channel. I've done it quite a bit. Doctor, do you think Yaya can be an every down DT in the NFL or more of a situational? Ooh, that's a good question. Need to see how he plays this year. I think this year will tell us a lot, But I think he can. I don't know. I don't know. Hopefully he probably won't be Casey Hampton, but it'd be nice to be like it, if he played like Casey. Good old Casey Hampton, big guy in the middle. That would be pretty neat. Had a nice game last night too. He was definitely doing well. Again, Jack Sawinski is going to be due up here in the bottom of the 5th whenever we do return to action. Ooh, Ashcraft, actually, they're showing that he went into the dugout and went to the steps. Again, he took 95, apparently exit velocity of 95 on that shin. So, yeah, that's going to hurt. And he finished the inning and looked pretty good. So, we'll see. Here's the pitch. That'll be in there for a call strike. Yes, we do have a new pitcher. And, again, this was, I think, the problem of what, why in the world did we try to steal third? As here's the pitch. That'll be in there for a call strike. Again, Sawinski at the plate. Batting 131, OPS of 533, 3 homers and 7 RBIs. I'll get to the new pitcher in a moment. So Ashcraft is probably done, as that's a breaking ball in the dirt for ball 1. This is the new pitcher, though he's not much better. So that's one good thing. 1-1 record, 7.52 ERA, whip of a 1.67 as Sawinski pops it up. But that's going to get out of play. Last 7 appearances, he has struggled. 8.83 ERA. It's not good. Holden, how's it going? It's been a minute. Yeah, well, you were in there a few days ago. You were in here a few days ago. Thank you for stopping on by. 1-2 counts. It's Molina. I cannot speak tonight. I don't know what's going on with me. It's been a rough night for me behind the mic. I think I might just have to do one game for a day for a while. So that's going to be in the dirt. So 3-2. Again, there's a pitch clock violation. That's what was happening while I was trying to speak the English language that I'm butchering at tonight. I don't know why. 3-2 count. Molina kicks and deals. Chopper up the middle. Shortstop has it. Throws to first for out number 1. Congrats on 617. Thank you very much. Yeah, no, we've been the growth has been here last few weeks, last month really. No, it's been pretty fun. That'll bring up Jared Triolo. Spanning 196, OPS of 585, 3 homers and 13 RBIs. Here is the pitch. That'll be in there for a called strike. Jeez, Triolo is 1 for 2 on the night as Molina kicks and deals. And that is going to be outside as it's 1-1. Triolo almost to that magical number, the Mendoza line of 200. It's working his way up there. Here's the 1-1. That'll be way inside for ball 2. And if you weren't here earlier, Triolo, again, as I mentioned, he has been hitting the ball much better as of late, batting .350 in his last 7 games. So he's looking better. Here's the 2-1. That's going to be hit up the middle, and that's going to get down for a base hit. Look at that. Jared Triolo now officially at 200. Can he stay at it and above it? We shall see. As Henry Davis is coming to the plate again, he had a really nice hit, almost leaving the yard earlier. Batting 174, OPS of 539, 5 homers and 16 RBIs. Davis again is 1 for 2. As Molina delivers. Swing and a miss, breaking ball outside and in the dirt, ball 1. Or strike 1, pardon me, strike 1. Look at that. See again. My mind is not here. It's gone. 0-1 is the count. Molina sets and fires. That's going to be popped up. Second baseman is under it and makes the catch for out number 2. And that will bring up Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. Kiner-Falefa is batting .263, OPS of 633, 1 homer and 34 RBIs. I can tell you that I think the fact that Greg Brown is so loud in my ear, I'm trying to focus this. That's going to be a pickoff attempt, but nothing doing there. I think that may have been part of the problem. I don't know. We'll see. Again, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. 1 man on. The Pirates, again, leading 5-0 as Chandler is giving fist bumps to everybody, so he's probably coming in as that is going to be inside. Inside, 1-0 count. Molina looks over at first. Sets. Rocks and fires. And that'll be in the dirt, ball 2. 87. Just below the knees. Once again, 2-0 count. Chandler, again, he's kind of loosening up there. He's been warming up for a while. I don't know. Hopefully he's not nervous. Here's the 2-0. That'll be in there for a called strike. 95 at the knees. So 2-1 to, I guess, the new third baseman for the Pirates, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. I feel like he should be at short and Trillo at third, but, he's done a good job over there. 2-1, and that'll be a breaking ball low. So it's 3-1. Again, a runner on first for the Pirates. Three and one. That's going to be popped up to the second baseman, who's going to make the catch for out number 3. Nothing doing for the Pirates, as this is the debut of Bubba Chandler. When they come back, I, of course, will stay right here. So this will be pretty exciting. Let's see if I can find some stats on him in AAA. Then we can kind of look at it. So I'm sure he's pretty excited. Let's see here if I can find it. Hopefully we got it on this one. Bubba Chandler. All right, Bubba Chandler. He is ranked number 5 as far as the prospects in Baseball America. Let's look at the minors here. Well, why can't we just show them all? Minor league stats. There we go. We're down here. Okay, this year, honestly, not as good as I thought. But, hey, we'll take it. 4.05 ERA in AAA this year. 5-6 record. A whip of a 1.48. That is also not very good. Okay, well, hopefully this is not like a Tyler Glasnow or Quinn Priester thing where, they kind of struggle in their debut because maybe they weren't ready. Hopefully that's not the case. And he was so dominant a few years ago, and then, well, again, it is what it is. But again, this is the debut of Bubba Chandler, and you're listening to it right here on Dr. Delays. There's the throwdown. They didn't cut away. They didn't cut away at all, so we're staying right here. As that'll bring up Orlando Arcia. He's batting 194, OPS of 515, 3 homers, and 11 RBIs. Again, the debut of Bubba Chandler happening right here on Dr. Delay. Look at that. Just a regular Friday game between the Rockies and Pirates. Not quite, as Bubba Chandler kicks and deals. That's going to be popped up, and that's going to go foul. 99 on the fastball. Chandler wearing a Pirates Legends number. Maybe not necessarily. Zach Duke, number 57. Here's the 0-1. That'll be outside as it's 1-1. 98 on that one. Count is 1-1 to Arcia. Arcia's 0 for 1 on the night. That's Chandler. Kicks and deals. That'll be hit to left. Pham. And that one is off the wall. Almost left the ballpark. Pham throwing it into second, and he is safe. So Chandler's first batter he's faced almost left the ballpark. Almost, it's pretty much the exact same thing that happened with Henry Davis. A line drive off the left field wall. Just about 5 inches. Oh, man. And that would have been gone. As that'll bring up Ryan Ritter. Batting 250, OPS of 651. 1 homer and 17 RBIs. Here's the pitch. Checked his swing. Did he go? He did not. So it's 1-0. Again, this is the debut of Bubba Chandler. First batter doubled. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Strike 189 in the dirt. Again, runner on second, nobody out. 1-1 count. Chandler looks back at second. Kicks and deals. That'll be in there for a called strike, though. That's a favorable call. We will take it. We will take it for sure. 1-2 is the count to Ritter. He himself is a rookie, so rookie versus rookie here. Chandler sets, rocks, and fires. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. 100 miles per hour. That's his first major league strikeout. And that one's going to be saved for sure. Congratulations. Hopefully the first of many. Especially as a Pirate. And I think that's really the key. Especially as a Pirate, please. Hopefully. That'll bring up Freeman, as that's going to be in the dirt, ball 1. Freeman is 0 for 2 on the night, batting .295, OPS of .762, 2 homers, and 25 RBIs. 1-0 count. Again, runner at second. Here's the pitch. That's in there for a called strike, 98 at the knees. 1-1. Chandler sets, kicks and deals. Tapper to second, throws to first for out number 2, but the runner does advance. So a runner at third. That'll bring up Mickey Moniak. Bubba got a flamethrower. Yes, 100. He touched 100 on the strikeout there. So that's promising. That is promising. Moniak batting .260, OPS of .800, 18 homers and 49 RBIs. Here's the pitch. That is 99 upstairs for ball 1. And the problem, it's not a problem. The Pirates don't have a problem with pitching. The pitching prospects, it's going to be there. The problem is the hitting. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. 91 off-speed pitch, believe it or not. 1-1. Do you think they put Bubba back in AAA next year, or they let him pitch long relief in Pittsburgh? I don't know. I'd like to see him as a starter. Here is the 1-1. That's going to be hit to left, and that is going to be a foul ball. Depending on how he does, I say if he keeps his ERA in the low 4s, especially if he's eating innings, or, if he's pitching at least 2 innings an outing or something like that, then he can definitely make the roster next year, I would say. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. 100. Up out of the zone. He struck him out. So a little shaky there. Of course, the first batter he saw took it deep to left, but just shy. I would say, again, about 10 inches, or, well, might as well round up to a foot. Just shy of the wall there to make it just to the top of the wall to make it a home run. But other than that, it was good. 2 strikeouts. 2 strikeouts for Chandler. 1 hit, of course. So we head to the bottom of the 6th. The Pirates, of course, still lead 5-0. But yeah, I feel like Bubba has a pretty solid, last month here. Especially, again, if he's a long reliever, like pitching the lengthy innings out of the pen, and his ERA is in the low 4s, and this is worst case scenario, then yeah, I think he'll be back next year starting in 2026. I would say so. Anything above that, though, I don't know. I mean, if you have a over 4.5 out of the pen, and it's like, okay, well, you're honestly not that great. Because again, it takes more energy. Like the relievers obviously use a lot more energy in 1 inning than 1 inning of starting, because there you're pacing yourself. Here you're going like 100 miles an hour all the time. That's just me. I don't know. He's good. Yeah, he might be all right. We hope so. I don't know if they will trust him enough to be number 5, but I could see him the first in line if Jared Jones gets in line. Well, who would be your starters then, I guess, is what I'm asking. Because, again, I really liked Fulter. I don't know why. I don't understand that trade at all, other than the fact that the Pirates are cheapos. Did not want to pay him in arbitration. So dumb. So dumb. I'm still upset about it, but we'll see. All right, we're about to see the bottom of the sixth here. Again, the Pirates leading 5-0. Make sure, again, if you haven't done so already, hit that like button and definitely subscribe to the channel as that pitch is outside. Checked his swing. And I don't know if he went or not because they cut away to Chandler striking out the third batter of the inning. 1-0 count as that's going to be in there for a called strike. 82 on the gun. I know how much this team likes to play the service time to avoid Super 2s. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be outside for ball 2. Do they still have Super 2s? Is that still a thing? But I know they will try to, mess with that, the service time. 2-1 count to Spencer Horwitz. Again, Horwitz is 1 for 3 on the night. As here's the pitch, chopper, foul. 2-2 count. Horwitz is batting .257, OPS of .705, 5 homers and 35 RBIs on the year. As Molina kicks and deals. That's going to be hit to right. And that one is gone. Oh my goodness, it just kept going. A line drive, clear the deck. Cannonball coming. And the Pirates now lead 6-1 as Horwitz hits his 6th home run of the year. Look at that. That'll bring up Nick Gonzalez. He's batting .281, OPS of .715, 5 homers and 19 RBIs. I love Falter next year. I could see Skeens, Keller, Jones, Oviedo, and Ashcraft possibly. Okay. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in the dirt. Ball 1. That is not a bad rotation. That is not a bad rotation at all. I really like that. Here's the 1-0. That'll be outside ball 2. Booyah. Yes. We love to see it. 2-0. Did I say 6-1 earlier? What the heck did I just say? That's going to be a foul ball. 2-1 is the count. I'm just replaying it in my head. Did anyone catch that? Did I say that or am I just imagining things? 2-1 count. Molina. Wheels and deals. That's going to be in the dirt, ball 3. It's 6-0, by the way. If I said 6-1, then, yeah, tonight was just chalked for me. It was just not a good night. I'm leaving this one in the drafts. This was not a good call for me. 3-1 count here to Gonzalez. As Molina kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Breaking ball outside. Oh, man. What was I doing? Hopefully we see Chandler again. I would love to see that. Here's the 3-2. That's going to be poked to second. Oh, and he mismanages. Oh, recovers. Throws to first. Gets him by a step. Oh, that was a... I don't know if that was a good play or not by Ritter, the second baseman, but, well, he got the job done. Didn't really read the bounce, but then was able to recover in time. That'll bring up Brian Reynolds. He's batting .244, OPS of .701, 13 homers and 62 RBIs. Davis already putting up his catcher's gear, putting on his catcher's gear, so that's never a good sign. As here is the pitch. Breaking ball, that is in there for a called strike. Reynolds, so for 3 on the night. Looking for his first hit. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be low. 88 in the dirt for 1-1. One count. Molina kicks and deals. That's going to be hit to right center. Both of them at the wall, and that's going to be off the wall as Reynolds is going to stop at second. He just missed it again. The Pirates have been making really good contact tonight. That's another double. Again, the Pirates, how many doubles? McCutcheon had 2. Horwitz, that's 3. Kiner Falefa, 4. Davis, 5. Reynolds, 6. 6 doubles. Oh, my goodness. And that'll bring up Tommy Pham. He's 1 for 1 with the walk and a hit by pitch. That's going to be low for ball 1. Again, the Pirates have been very good tonight. At the plate. Would love to see this more often. Of course, they're playing the Rockies, who aren't exactly the best pitching team in the world. Here's the 1-0. And Pham hits this to left. And that one is deep left. And that one is out of here. Clear the deck. Another cannonball coming for the Pirates, as the Pirates actually, when they scored the touchdown, they went for 2. And the Pirates lead 8-0. The 2-point conversion is successful. That is what I'm trying to tell you. Oh my goodness, what a night. 8-0, and that'll bring up Andrew McCutchen. McCutchen is 2 for 2 with a walk. Again, 2 for 2, and both of those are doubles. He's batting .242, OPS of .710, 11 homers and 45 RBIs. Pham just crushed that. Very exciting indeed. As there is a mound visit, I don't know what's going to happen, if there's a pitching change or just a little chat. I couldn't tell you. Everyone's happy. And yep, looks like there's going to be a pitching change, as the Rockies will go to the bullpen. 8-0 in Pittsburgh. The Steelers all over the Broncos, going for 2 there and converting. Let's go Bucks, score more. Yes, that's what we need. Doc, this is an old-fashioned butt whooping. All right, I'll see you on the next one, James. Thank you so much for stopping on by. The next one, again, will be a college football game. Won't be doing the Pirates tomorrow. I'll be doing the what am I doing? I'm doing the Sam Houston Bearcats and the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers. So college football tomorrow. First football game that I'll be doing that actually matters. So that'll be pretty fun. Hopefully, again, if you guys got other things going on or you guys don't care about it, well, I don't blame you if you don't show up. But again, we're just kind of seeing how it goes. And of course, Sunday, the goal is to do the Pirates and Rockies. I know that's on Roku. If the Roku does not for some reason work here, then I will probably transition to the Giants and Brewers if Pittsburgh, Colorado can't happen. Paul Skeens, of course, is pitching. It's always a pleasure to watch Paul pitch. But again, if I can't get it working, then it'll be San Francisco and Milwaukee on Sunday. And I have already that one made just in case. Again, feel free to chat down below, talk about whatever you like. I think Bubba's going to end up with 6 strikeouts. Oh, wow. I mean, I'd love to see it, James. Depends on how long. He could probably go the rest of the game, honestly. But, for load management or whatever, they're going to take him out. This is Angel Chivilli. He's going to be the pitcher for the Rockies. A 1-4 record, 7.29 ERA, whip of a 1.76. In his last 7 games, it's actually worse. A 13.50 ERA with a whip of a 2.54. This is his first action since the Toronto games on August 6th. So maybe it's a new version. We'll see. Chivilli deals. That's going to be hit foul. Oh my gosh. I need to go to sleep. That's what I'm finding out about myself. I got to sleep. Sleep this one off. This was a bad performance by Dr. Delay. Chivilli sets, rocks, and fires. That'll be inside for ball 1. Chivilli doesn't like the signs. Going to set anyway. Kicks and deals. That'll be low for ball 2. 2-1 count to McCutchen. Again, he's 2 for 2 with the walk, 2 doubles. Pirates again up 8-0. here in the 6th. Chivilli kicks and deals. That'll be hit to the right, and that is a foul ball. What a night for the Pirates. Hopefully we don't score them all tonight. As Chivilli sets. Wheels and deals. Ground ball foul. That one was way inside. McCutchen just protecting. I'm T-Pain. You know me. I have no idea what in the world you're talking about, Draven. No idea. 2-2 count. Chivilli kicks and deals. That's going to be a ground ball, and that is just foul. Once again, a 2-2 count to Andrew McCutchen. Chivilli sets. Rocks and fires. Check the swing. Did he go? He did not. That was close. So the count is full. This game is not over by any means. I completely agree. McCutchen asking for time. And now he's good. Didn't even leave the box. Didn't even move his feet. Chivilli sets. Rocks and fires. Chopper. That's going to stay in play. Third baseman has it. Throws to first for out number 2. All right. 2 away here for the Pirates, and that'll bring up Jack Sawinski. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. Jack Sawinski batting 130, OPS of 529, 3 homers and 7 RBIs. Last time I thought 8 was enough, we lost 17-16. Oh, yes. That is very correct. Chivilli delivers right down the middle for a called strike. Will Rockies score at least one? Bogdan? I don't know. Thank you for stopping on by. I know the Rockies don't really look that great at the plate tonight, as here's the 0-1. That's a swing and a miss. Strike 2. But again, any given at-bat, any given pitch, I mean, you really just don't know. But the Rockies don't look that good at the plate tonight, so I'm leaning no. But again, it's the Pirates. They're playing against the Pirates. 0-2. That's in the dirt, ball 1. You know what would be nice, in a few years? Hopefully next year, when I'm still doing this again, calling as many Pirates games as possible, that the Pirates are actually really good and we're fighting for a playoff spot, or we have the playoffs looking like we're going to definitely make it. Here's the 1-2. Sawinski sends this to center, but looks like it's not enough, as that's going to find a glove for out number 3. All right, Tommy Pham with the fantastic home run, giving the Pirates an 8-0 lead over the Rockies as we head to the top of the 7th. Again, 8-0 Pirates, Rockies. T-Pain was in Fast and Furious 7. What the flip are you talking about, Draven? I have no idea what you're talking about. Bunch of randomness happening in the chat, brought to you by Draven. Again, would like to shout out, of course, my sponsor. The Delay Dynasty tier gets you a sponsorship, a shout-out, a commercial break. Again, Coffee Beans is this commercial break sponsor. Scoreboard sponsor here for the 7th inning. Phillies leading the Nationals. Oh, wow, I should probably flip back. I'm an idiot. Look at me go. So, yeah, she's sponsoring this. Phillies leading the Nationals 4-3 in the bottom of the 7th. Blue Jays, they lead the Marlins 5-1 at the top of the 7th. Red Sox and Yankees at 0 apiece in the bottom of the 6th. The Royals lead the Tigers 3-1 in the bottom of the 6th. Astros lead the Orioles 7-3 in the bottom of the 5th. The Mets lead the Braves 7-2 as they head to the bottom of the 5th. The Rays lead the Cardinals 7-1 in the bottom of the 4th. The Twins leading the White Sox 4-1 in the bottom of the 4th. Indians leading the Rangers 1-0 in the bottom of the 3rd, and the Giants lead the Brewers 2-0 in the bottom of the 3rd. Again, the Giants, I don't know. I don't think they're really in it anymore, but I don't know. And they were so good at one point. It's just they just fell apart. In my best Jim Mora voice, playoffs? 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 Yeah, I would love it. Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs? Don't talk about the playoffs. I just hope we can win a game. That pitch is in there for a called strike. Tovar is 0 for 2. It's batting .269, OPS of 749, 7 homers and 22 RBIs. Again, would be nice to see him next year. Would be nice to see him next year do it. As here is the 0-1. That's going to be hit to right, and that's going to be a foul ball. Again, Bubba Chandler's still in the game, so it's good to see him out there for the second inning. Would love to see him finish, but I just know the Pirates, we got to take care of his arm, even though he's been pitching much more harder, his whole life. Here is the 0-2. Ground ball to first. Horwitz is going to take it himself for out number 1. Even though this guy's probably been throwing like 100 pitches every single day since he's been like 12. Brother was listening to me in a second. Oh, okay. All right, well, I was still confused there. My bad. As this is Jordan Beck. Here is the pitch. That is inside for ball 1. 97 on the gun. Beck is batting .277 on the year. OPS of 792. 14 homers and 44 RBIs. Here is the 1-0. Breaking ball. That is inside for ball 2. Two 2-0 count to Jordan Beck as Chandler kicks and deals. That'll be hit to center. Sawinski on the run, making the catch, sliding, making a nice grab there for out number 2. All right, with 2 away, that'll bring up Kyle Karros. Karros is batting .256, OPS of 781, homer and 5 RBIs. As here is the pitch. That'll be popped up. Shallow center. Sawinski jogging over and making the catch for round number 3. That was quick. We head to the bottom of the 7th. The Pirates lead 8-0 over the Rockies. Wow, this is nice like this to make the Pirates look like the best team in baseball. Of course, again, they are playing the Rockies. Again, here you go. Rockies getting shut out. Only 2 hits for the Rockies. The Pirates with 8 runs and 12 hits. Again, they've done very well tonight. There we go. Once again, folks, thank you guys for tuning on in. Again, I know it's not the most exciting game or this exciting series. Pretty good game, really, for us, for the Pirates. But, for the series, Rockies, Pirates, not exactly a pool. So, but we did get to witness the debut of Bubba Chandler, so that's always cool. And again, if you do enjoy play-by-play, if you're a Pittsburgh fan, if you're a sports fan in general, not just a Pittsburgh fan, definitely leave a like and hit that subscribe button. Definitely helps out the channel. Again, you don't have to pay a dime. You don't have to pay a dime, I promise. Again, I'll be doing plenty of Pirates baseball. I've been doing plenty of Pirates baseball since opening day. Of course, I do bounce around Major League Baseball. And, of course, I'll be doing a lot of Pirates next year. So we'll definitely be a lot more optimistic as we start the season next year. But, well, maybe not, actually. If we don't do anything in the offseason, I'll probably be very, very disappointed. But yeah, again, it's a sports channel. Definitely subscribe if you're a sports fan or a sports bettor or whatever. Definitely do that. And again, I'll be doing plenty of football very soon. Again, tomorrow I'll be doing a college football game just to get my name out there for the college and, of course, the football world. Triolo will be due up here for the Pirates along with Davis and Kiner Falefa. Triolo is 2 for 3 on the day. He's had a really nice day. It's batting 200. Again, getting his batting average to 200. That is huge. OPS of 592, 3 homers and 13 RBIs. Here's the pitch. That is in there for a called strike. 0-1 count as there's an interview with the Chandlers, Bubba's parents. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 0-2 count. Chivilli sets. Wheels and deals. Chopper to short. Throws to first for out number 1. So Triolo's batting average dips below 200 again, but hopefully he definitely tops that again. So that'll bring up Henry Davis. Davis batting 173, OPS of 537, 5 homers and 16 RBIs. Over or under 9.5. Nino, thank you for stopping by. I'm leaning over, but again, you just don't really know. Oh, that's a tough one. That is a really tough one there. Here is the pitch. Ground ball, and that's going to get through for a base hit. Davis is now 2 for 4 as that's his second hit of the day. Davis normally does not get a hit in the game, but hey, here we go. 2. Nino, that's a tough one, man. I don't. If you're about to place a bet, do not ask me. But if you've already placed it, then okay. But that's a close one. I think it's doable. As IKF is coming to the plate, batting 263, OPS of 631, 1 homer and 34 RBIs. Chivilli delivers, and that'll be hit to right. The second baseman is going to make the catch for out number 2. All right, and that'll bring up again Spencer Horwitz. He's had a nice day today. He is 2 for 4, has 2 RBIs. You was thinking under? Well, I mean, I think both are very realistic. I mean, we'll see. We shall see. Horwitz batting 260, OPS of 720, 6 homers and 36 RBIs. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. But I could see the under hitting. I could really see both. I could see both. Again, the Pirates have been swinging the bat well. This one doesn't look like they're going to score a run. Of course, they're probably going to only have one more chance as Horwitz hits this to right. And that is going to be caught at the wall for out number 3. Oh, Horwitz gave it a good ride, but just shy as nothing doing there. So we head to the top of the 8th. The Pirates lead 8-0 over the Rockies. Did I give you a little scare there, Nino? I'm sorry. I am sorry. I thought it was actually gone. All right, Chandler's going to be out there for the 3rd. There we go. We'd love to see it. Again, I was hoping Chandler could possibly finish this out. And he's going to be out there for his 3rd inning of work. So that's always good. Once again, folks, definitely leave a like and definitely subscribe to the channel if you're a sports fan. If you're a sports fan, definitely do it. Again, a lot of Pirates, a lot of Steelers, and of course I'll be bouncing around for baseball. I've been doing that already, bouncing around as we get closer to the playoffs. I'll be doing plenty of the postseason. And of course for the NFL, I'll be having every Steelers game, plus of course the subscribers, you guys, will be able to vote. Oh, I joined Jaguar Gators League. If you guys know him, he's a YouTuber. Pretty good. I'll be having you guys vote on the other NFL game I do every single Sunday. So if that sounds good, to you, definitely subscribe if you haven't done so already. You're scared? I won't bet. Yeah, I mean, Nino, that's a tough one, man. I think either one would not shock me. It wouldn't shock me if they didn't score a run at all in the Pirates, because the Pirates are the Pirates. They normally don't score this much. So that is like, well, all right, they're probably not going to score again. But on the flip side of that, the Rockies pitching has been terrible, and the Pirates hitting tonight has been really good. I mean, and they have 13 hits. I mean, the Pirates have been on it at the plate. So we'll see. Again, Chandler's out there for his 3rd inning work. He's looked really good, but again, he's already have 2 innings of nothing. So we'll see. Again, we're on commercial breaks. I don't know why we haven't cut back to Pittsburgh yet. All right, there we go. Chandler kicks and deals. That's going to be right down the middle for a called strike. Yeah, Pittsburgh Sportsnet, again, they're pretty terrible when it comes to coverage. He'll be right in the commercial, and then they'll cut back, and it's already a 1-2 count. As Fulford is at the plate, here's the 0-1. That is going to be inside. It hit him. Oh, Fulford Hit by a pitch. So that might be something for the Rockies here to possibly get on the board. That'll be Yanquiel Fernandez. He's batting .247. OPS of .587. 1 homer and 5 RBIs. Fernandez is 0 for 1. Again, a runner on first. Nobody out for the Rockies. Chandler sets and delivers. Swing and a miss. Fernandez almost fell down. He was swinging for the fences. 0-1. Chandler sets and fires. That'll be outside for ball 1. Again, 1-1 count. Nobody out here in the top of the 8th, but there is a runner on first thanks to the hit by pitch. Pirates leading 8-0 over the Rockies. Chandler delivers. Chopper up the middle. Oh, there's one. And, oh, what a play. A double play. Triolo just able to field it and then step on the bag and toss it to first for out number 2. That was good stuff, as that'll bring up Orlando Arcia. He's batting .199, OPS of .529, 3 homers and 11 RBIs on the season. So just like that, there's 2 outs. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be hit right as Arcia stumbles. That's interesting. Back-to-back batters stumbling when they're swinging. Here is the 0-1. That's going to be upstairs for ball 1. Greg Brown's chatting about, maybe Chandler should stay in for the 9th. I mean, he's looking so good. Here is the 1-1. That's going to be hit to left, and that one is going to be foul. But the same thing again, Ashcraft looks really good, but he may have been pulled because of the ball that hit his shin. He looked really good earlier. Of course, Chandler looks really good now. 1-2 count. Here is the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Chandler, what a debut. 3 innings, 1 hit, 3 strikeouts. We head to the bottom of the 8th, where the Pirates still lead 8-0, and hopefully finishes the 9th. Now it's looking like the under's going to hit, honestly. Nina, I don't know if you're still here. Like I said, I don't know. Either scenario, I could have seen more runs, and then I could see an 8-0 finish, or 8-1, or 9-0. I don't know. Again, I appreciate you guys for sticking by me. I know, again, it's not the most exciting game of the season. Rockies and Pirates, 2 heavyweighers here. Just, yeah, no, for sure. Again, 8-0. I think, what was it again? Was it 91 and 165 was the combined record of the teams? So, but yeah, I appreciate you guys again for tuning in, even though the game wasn't all that exciting, the build-up there. But again, we did get to hear about Bubba Chandler's debut. That's always fun. Again, hopefully he pitches the 9th. Make sure to leave a like, hit that like button, definitely subscribe to the channel if you are a fan of sports in general. If you're a sports fan, definitely subscribe. Plenty of baseball and football, and if you need a third sport, we'll be doing college basketball, and of course at least one Pittsburgh Penguins hockey game. So there you go. New pitcher for the Rockies. It's going to be Lucas Gilbreth. He's actually making his 2025 debut. Last year, only appeared in 3 games and did not look good, as his ERA was a 54 and his WHIP was an 8. So he's looking for a much better 2025, as the Pirates will be sending up Gonzalez, Canario, and Pham, as Reynolds was replaced defensively. Gonzalez batting .280, OPS of .711, 5 homers, 19 RBIs. Here's the pitch. That'll be inside ball 1. Bing, good evening. How's it going? Thank you for stopping on by. Got Pirates and Rockies. I know, very exciting matchup. As here is the pitch. That'll be low, but it's called a strike. So 1-1. They were showing Gilbreath's AAA stats, and not really that impressive. 6.21 ERA in AAA this year. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. It is not over yet. Far from it. I agree, Trisk. It is not over yet, but we shall see. I think it's going to look like, I think it's looking like it is, as that's going to be breaking ball in the dirt, ball 2. Good evening for the Buccos. Yes. We do all indeed remember 2 weeks ago, again, he's referencing being up 9-0 over these Rockies and losing that game 17-16, getting walked off in Colorado. As Gilbreth sets on the 2-2, that's going to be popped up, and that is going to be foul. Again, the 2-2 count to Nick Gonzalez. He's 1 for 4 in the night. As Gilbreth delivers, and that's going to be hit foul, as that's a chopper. You must be excited. Do the Buccos have any shutouts this season? I mean, they probably do. I just can't think of one that comes to mind. I'm sure I've covered plenty. And excited, I mean, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I'm happy they won. Honestly, when they win, it's like a shock to me. Here's the 2-2. That's going to be hit to right. That's going to be a foul ball. Yeah, but it is a team that we should beat. And again, we should have taken the series in Colorado, but I mean, we just didn't. Just didn't happen. Here's the 2-2. Checked his swing. Did he go? And he did. He struck him out. All right, that'll bring up Alexander Canario. He's batting .197, OPS of .554, 3 homers and 14 RBIs. What's up, Doc? Phillies are up 4-3, ninth inning coming up. Hope the PA teams both get Wednesday. Would be nice. It would be nice. Think it's very likely here the Phillies should hold on there, as that's going to be hit to right center. And that one is gone. Canario gets in on the action. A solo shot to right center field. As the Pirates again lead 9-0. Oh my goodness. It has been a while since he's really done much of anything, but there you go. Canario clearing the deck. There was a cannonball coming. As Tommy Pham is going to be at the plate, batting .268, OPS of .734, 7 homers and 38 RBIs. Shut out the Mets. They also shut out. Oh, yeah, we did shut out. Well, yeah, we look pretty good. 0-1 count to Pham. That's a travesty. Oh, yeah, Bing's a Mets fan. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be low for ball 1. Cool home run. Will the next batter be a home run or an out? Probably an out. That's more likely. 1-1 count. Gilbreth kicks and deals. That is in there for a called strike. 1-2 to Tommy Pham. Again, he's already homered today. Gilbreth kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And that'll bring up Andrew McCutchen. He's had a great day today at the plate. He's batting .241, OPS of .708, 11 homers and 45 RBIs. He has 2 doubles. And he walked. He's 2 for 3 with a walk. And, of course, 4 RBIs. Here's the pitch. Checks his swing. That is low for a called strike. McCutchen didn't like the call, and I don't blame him. 0-1 count. Here is the pitch. Swing and a miss. Way outside, strike 2. What is the schedule for this weekend, good doctor? I have tomorrow just one stream. I messed up so many times today, and that's not really the factor of why. I just have one stream, as here is the 0-2. That's in the dirt, ball one. Tomorrow I am doing a college football game. I'll be doing the very exciting indeed, Sam Houston and Western Kentucky. I know that probably doesn't appeal to anyone here, but again, I got to start football. I got to get that going. Pretty happy with the baseball progress we've made, as here is the 1-2. That is inside ball two. So I'll be doing that Saturday night. It starts at 7 Eastern. And then for Sunday, I plan on coming back to Pittsburgh. It's a Roku game. It'll be very early, as that's going to be hit to short. And that is caught for out number 3. But again, the Pirates do add a run here as the Pirates lead 9-0 over the Rockies. And Chandler's going to be out there for the 9th. That's good to see. Yes, sir. So, yeah, if I can get the Roku to work on this TV, I will be doing Rockies and Pirates for the final game of the series. But if I can't, then I'll be doing San Francisco and Milwaukee. That'll be at 1:10 Central, 2:10 Eastern. 2:10 Eastern. So that is the weekend schedule. And, of course, Monday I'll return, of course, do another Pirates game. Pirates St. Louis Tuesday. I don't know if I do Pirates St. Louis, but then again I'll come back, of course, and do the Pirates again. Thursday for sure. Wednesday I don't know. Just depends. Just depends. Maybe the Wednesday game as well, but Tuesday probably not Pirates. Well, I don't know. I'll have to look at it. Well, again, we'll try to find a good matchup. Again, Phillies, New York. That's obviously a really good matchup, but I don't know if I would touch that one because of the fact that there's other creators being that, are big, and they'll both be eating into that one. So I don't know. I'll worry about that Monday. That's what I'll do. Again, the Pirates leading 9-0 here. Again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure, of course, to leave a like and hit that subscribe button. I'll watch any college football you do unless it's Cade McNamara. This guy. Hey, Doctor, I'm usually in JJ chat. Where do you think Kutch ranks in Pirates all-time list? Ooh, Doug, yes, I do recognize your name. Thank you for stopping on by. That's a good question. I don't know when it comes to historical. I mean, again, he had a really good stretch there in the early 2010s that I think Trisk is forgetting. I don't know. I couldn't really answer that question, Doug. I know it's a terrible answer. As here is the pitch. That's going to be low for ball one. Ritter is 0 for 2, batting .248, OPS of .647, 1 homer and 17 RBIs. I think my other Pirates chatters here can probably answer that more accurately. That's going to be hit to second, and that's going to get through for a base hit. So look at that, a leadoff single for the Rockies. Denny, if you're still here, I trust you. Denny seems very knowledgeable. Pittsburgh's another guy. He seems very knowledgeable as well. I don't know if he's still or if he's here. He's a silent listener. He will check in though. Keep me in line every now and then. Freeman at the plate. He's 0 for 3 on the night. Here's the pitch, and that'll be in there for a called strike. Batting .293, OPS of .759, 2 homers and 25 RBIs. As far as players that I have seen, which, is only since the mid-2000s, he'd rank probably number 1, as that's going to be hit to right, and that's going to be a foul ball. Wagner, Clemente, Feller, Matlock, Parker, and Bonds. That's fair. I don't know. That's a tough one. I'd probably say McCutcheon's one for me as far as players I've seen, is that's going to be hit to left. Pham at the warning track, making the catch just shy of the wall, throws it in a second, and that is allowed. Out number 1. But yeah, all time I'm probably not the guy. I know it's terrible, Doug. I'm not the guy to ask, unfortunately. Steelers stuff, I can definitely give you answers on that. But Pirates, there's definitely a lot more knowledgeable people than I. Moniak at the plate. He's 1 for 3, batting .260, OPS of .798, 18 homers and 49 RBIs. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Just you don't have pops? Yeah, no, there's no Willie Stargell. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be hit foul. 0-2. Give me Will Crow. I loved low key. I don't know why. I liked Will Crow. I liked Will Crow. I know he kind of fell apart at the end of his Pirates career, but man, I don't know why. He played with a lot of intensity. 0-2 count. Here is the pitch. That's going to be hit to left. Pham on the run makes a sliding catch for out number 2. You gotta love to see it. And the Pirates are 1 out away from a shutout. A lot of nice defensive plays. I will say Chandler, much more contact right now than earlier. That'll bring up Warming Bernabel. No, Bernabel. That's right. I always struggle with this guy. I struggled with this guy earlier. He's at the plate. Here's the pitch. That is outside for ball 1. Batting .311 on the year, OPS of .884, 4 homers and 13 RBIs. He had a really nice series against the Pirates just a few weeks ago. Here's the 1-0. That'll be hit to center. Sawinski's there to make the catch for out number 3. Rays, the Jolly Roger, the Pirates have shut out the Rockies 9-0 in Game 1 of this epic heavyweight battle. Oh, man, 9-0. Let's go. All time is tough. I grew up with the Killer Bees. Oh, that's fair. Yeah. I grew up in the 2000s, so I think, I obviously would love the, Antonio Brown and all that, but yeah. I'd include a lot of 2000s players over the 2010s. Go Pirates? Yeah, no, definitely. Wait for the pitching change. Hope. No. At least Pitt will get a win. Oh, yeah, we got a win. Hey, Doctor, just dropping by to say hi. No, appreciate it, Chris. Thank you again for your support, and thank you for stopping on by. Andy Van Slyke, still all-time Pirate, yeah. Just curious, I'm a Phillies fan first, but also root for the other teams. Oh, yeah, for sure. That's all good, man. I appreciate you again for stopping on by. That does help you a lot. Yeah, the Steelers beating the Broncos 9-0, 3 field goals. Denny says raise it. Oh, Denny, if you're still here, where would you put McCutchen all time for the Pirates? Again, I trust you. You seem very knowledgeable. Though, if you do have to depart, again, appreciate it. Again, good game, good call, good night. Have a good night, Denny. Appreciate you. Again, I won't be returning to Pittsburgh until Sunday. I will be doing some college football tomorrow. We'll see how that goes. It'll be a very exciting Conference USA matchup. I know that's like the elite top-level college football there. The Sam Houston State Bearcats, they take on Western Kentucky. That'll be happening tomorrow night. And, of course, again, the goal is to come back and do this series again Sunday. That is the Roku game, so it'll be a little bit earlier, 12:05 for you, most of you, Eastern time. But if I can't get that to work, then I will be doing another game that day, San Francisco and Milwaukee. But hopefully it works. That is the goal. And, of course, I'll be doing the Pirates-Cardinals, plenty of those games as well. Let's go Pittsburgh. Again, thank you guys so much. Again, if you haven't done so already, definitely leave a like. Hit that like button. Definitely subscribe to the channel. Again, the Pirates winning 9-0. And I do want to shout out, of course, the members. Again, I just opened this up. I appreciate you guys. Just unlocked the feature to have you guys do this. Again, it's really awesome. Again, appreciate Hammer, Trisk, Chris. Again, thank you very much. And, of course, special shout-out to Coffee Beans, who's the commercial sponsor. Every few breaks, I shout Coffee Beans out. Of course, the Super Chatters. Again, Hammer, Rising Rhino, Magic Man, Draven. And, of course, Hammer with the Gifted to Sports Roustabout. That is so, again, appreciate you guys so much. That does mean a lot. Love Kutch, but he probably bottom of my top 10, but tops in the 2000s for sure. Yeah, I think that sounds about right. But all right, that's going to do it for me again. I will be back tomorrow for a college football game. Hopefully I'm back for Pittsburgh again. Make sure, again, to subscribe to the channel if you're a sports fan, especially, though, if you're a fan of any of the Pittsburgh teams. I'll be doing, of course, the Pirates, as you see here, the Steelers, and, of course, the Pitt Panthers. And then we'll give the Penguins at least one game, and we'll see how that goes. But again, I do bounce around. If you're a Colorado Rocky fan, again, you're probably a Broncos fan, and you will be able to vote and try to get the Broncos in for games that I call on the channel. It's not just the Steelers channel. We'll be calling every Steelers game, but of course that other game, that other window will be voted on by the subscribers of the channel. That could be you if you're not subscribed. Definitely do that. Again, it's free. It is free. Thanks, Doctor. Take care. Yes, again, thank you guys so much. You guys have a great rest of your Friday. Enjoy the rest of your Friday night. I will see you guys tomorrow night for Sam Houston and Western Kentucky. Very exciting, I know.